One of the best features in sports games like Madden and 2K is the ability to do a fantasy draft, but that's something we've never been able to do in a college football game until now. I've brought a real fantasy draft into College Football 27, and it's packed with over 1,000 legends, from Heisman winners to national champions to all-time greats, all sitting in the same draft class. Every team in the Big Four conferences is picking, plus Notre Dame. 68 programs, and every one of them gets 15 rounds to build whatever roster they want. Then every other spot on every team in the country gets generated from scratch. So the only real players anywhere in this save are the ones that actually got drafted. Then we jump in and track exactly where everybody landed and who came away with the best rosters in the country. And we follow the whole thing for 4 full seasons, hopping into live games and watching these teams play each other, following the Heisman race every year and looking who put up the best stats, who had the best career, and which team ends up being the most dominant over the entire sim. All right, so we have our random pick on for our fantasy draft. So we don't know where we are going to pick. Could be anything. Let's hop in. So where are we? We are picking 58 roughly. So we got a ways to go. Michael Vick goes first overall. Chase Young, Tim Tebow, Calvin Johnson. So you can see we can actually track this whole draft. All these guys are going to end up on those actual teams. Bruce Smith. So yeah, Rutgers got first overall. Charles Woodson to Georgia. So some QBs, defense. Vince Young at Wake Forest. Lamar Jackson at Minnesota. And just to be clear, all Power 4 schools plus Notre Dame are available. So that is basically who can get these fantasy draft players. And then the whole rest of the roster is reset. So you can see this is who's getting picked. We are going to skip to my pick right now. So we go all the way to pick 49 of 68. And then it's our snake draft. So then we'll reverse and we'll be more near the top in the next round. Now for this first fantasy draft, I want to go kind of heavy offense. So we can either go quarterback. You can kind of see the top rated quarterbacks right now, or wide receiver. Ooh, Tyreek Hill, Jamar. I've done some practice ones, and I've never ended up with Tyreek Hill. 99 speed, Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker, Reggie Bush. You know what? We're going to go Reggie Bush. He's my favorite college player of all time. So we are going to go Reggie Bush. Then draft is going to continue to go. We can either skip to our pick or just watch it all play out. So who are some of the players we just missed? Just before we picked, there was Jadamon Clowney, Matt Leinart, Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Thomas. Nobody I probably would have, Jerry Rice maybe I would have taken. But now we are going to skip to our next pick. And so now we're 20th in the second round. So we have quarterbacks here. Mahomes is there. But that might be a bit of a reach on Mahomes or Caleb. Reggie Bush, Caleb backfield. I like that. We're going to go Caleb Williams, Reggie Bush. 2 USC guys playing at Alabama for our first 2 picks. Just kind of right before we had picked, there was Herschel Walker, Julio Jones, Kyle Pitts. Some really good offensive players right there. You can see our whole roster on the side. Now this draft is going to be 15 picks overall, and then the rest of the players are just auto generated. So I'm going to go pretty offensive heavy for this first draft. We can do more of these in the future if you guys want to see more. Also, let me know down below. I can actually make this fantasy draft available on my website. I'm not really sure if people would be interested in it. It only is going to work on PC. So you have to be a PC player, or you could buy it for PC. But if you have the game on PC, I would actually be able to hook people up with this on my website. Let me know if that's actually something you guys would be interested in. Okay, we're going to skip to our pick. Now we really want to go wide receiver. So this will be our number 1 receiver. Jackson Smith. It's either Jackson Smith and Jigba or Reggie Wayne. I'm a Seahawks fan, so we're going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba. Who did we just miss out on there? Did it skip to my pick? Might have skipped to my pick. Okay, so we're up again. Yeah, so we just missed out on no big receivers or anything really close to where we picked. And then it came back around to us. We could go, Gronkowski. We're going super offensive heavy for this one, like I said. Gronk, that's a scary foursome. We're just going to keep skipping ahead to our picks now. It goes really fast if you just want to keep ripping through. We're going to go Odell. Okay, so we are our offense. Now we're going to go O-line. Offensive tackles actually do start to go pretty quick here. We're going to go Lane. We'll go Eugene Monroe, and then coming back around, we'll go Mekhi Becton. So 2 kind of bookend defensive ends. So we have 2 receivers now. Let's go to defense now for the first time. Let's get along the defensive line. We could go Brian Burns. I like that pick. Let's get one more defensive lineman. We can scroll down. I like Abdul Carter. Let's go Abdul Carter. Then we're going to go corner. Derek Stingley. Stingley is there. That's a big pick. And Devin Witherspoon. I'm a Seahawks fan, so we're going to go that once again. Now, before we get out of here, we got to get another wide receiver. We can look at kind of these 80 to 81-year overall guys. We got Drake London, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, Olave, Hyatt, Rondale Moore, Juju. I think I'm going to go Malik Neighbors. So that'll give us a Odell, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Malik Neighbors, Gronkowski that we're throwing the ball to. We have no interior offensive linemen, so we'll grab a center first, and then we only have 2 picks left. So we have 2 corners. We have no safeties. Nicky Minwari, Malachi Starks as our last pick, or do we go D tackle? You know what? Let's win in the trenches. We'll go Kenneth Grant, or Brian Brissy. We'll go Kenneth Grant, big offensive tackle. So now it is this easy, guys. All I have to do is write this to my save, and this will automatically, so once I write this to my save, this will automatically, you'll see how quick this takes. It takes 15 seconds. Draft is complete, and now we can head over and see the draft. Okay, so now we can actually just hop in, and you will see we have a full, view roster. We have Reggie Bush, Gronkowski, Caleb Williams, Eugene Monroe, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and we can come in and mess with all the numbers too. I do have it set so they will automatically go with the numbers available. Reggie Bush is number 5, Gronk is 48, Caleb's 13, so the numbers look pretty good. And I'm not actually going to worry too much about controlling our team. I just wanted to show you guys the fantasy draft, and we're basically just going to be simming through this and just watching everything play out. I just wanted to show you guys the draft, make a really cool offense. We'll do the depth chart here real quick, make sure Caleb is starting, and then you'll see actually the other thing I wanted to show you is for the rest of the rosters, it is just completely auto-generated players except for our over 1,000 real-life players. So Charles Woodson, Cam Newton, Derek Thomas, Joe Burrow, all these guys, and then everybody else. So there's no real life players like from today's our college football in this. So we're really focusing on those auto generated players and, just seeing how they actually turn out. I want to look at my depth chart here for one sec, because it said, Malik Neighbors, Odell, that's a pretty nasty threesome. Okay, now I actually have another thing I want to show you guys, which is going to be this custom tracker I made. Now, this can work for our fantasy drafts or just normal seasons. I do. Now, once again, I can make this available on my website if this is something they're interested in. We have a ton of recruiting stuff in here. This isn't anything to do with recruiting, though, so we're not going to worry about that here. And now we can actually go over to this tab right here, and we can see all the teams and their drafts. So we can see the overall grade. We can grade by offense. So Minnesota came out with the best offense. We can click. We can see who they got. They got Bruce Matthews, Tony Gonzalez, Lamar, Todd Gurley, Lane Johnson. So they have a pretty good offense. It's going to wait, obviously, O-line, kind of a mix of everything. South Carolina, Willie Rofe, LT, wow, Steve Young, Reggie Wayne, Mark Andrews. They went really heavy picks offensively first like I did. You can see my Alabama, who we drafted for, ended up with A on offense. Top defense was BYU, West Virginia, Syracuse. BYU went Urlacher, Cortez, Jamal Adams, Tamba Ali. So you can see they went really heavy defense. West Virginia, Derek Thomas, Joey Bosa, Devin White, Reggie Nelson. Crazy right there for defense. So that's really interesting. We can click through, see all this. We can also go by position group, like who had the best wide receiver room. Pitt got Devontae Smith, Antonio Brown. Ours has got to be pretty high up there. Wow, it didn't rate our wide receivers super high. It's probably rating them for, you know, taking one of your first picks. Wow. Virginia Tech, Jerry Rice, Earl Campbell, Carl Pickens as their, wow, but that duo right there is crazy. Vandy, Tyreek Hill, Kellen Winslow, Tua. So I like that as well. You can go by O-line, D-line, linebackers. Who had the best D-line? Let's see. Illinois, Warren Sapp, LeVar Arrington, Simeon Rice. They went front seven with their first 3 picks. Really interesting. What about defensive backs? So Purdue, Ramsey, Sauce, LaRon Landry. They went DB's first 3 picks. So yeah, theirs is going to be pretty good. Buckley, Sharper, their first 2 picks. Indiana, Ty Law. So that's pretty interesting. Then we can also go over to the best room. So this is just kind of looking at our fantasy draft and kind of judging off of it who's going to have the best passing game. We have Vandy. They had Tyreek, who we kind of looked at them, Kellen Winslow, Tua, Warwick Dunn, Jarvis Landry, Golden Tate. I am shocked my passing game isn't on there at Alabama, but that's fine. Wake Forest, Dallas Clark, Vince Young, AJ Green, Marshawn, good O-line, Santana Moss. That's up there, obviously. Pitt had Devontae, Colt McCoy, Sammy Watkins. Okay, so best running game. So this is factoring in O-line and running back. Quentin Nelson, Walter Jones as their first 2 picks. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good O-line. With Darren McFadden running behind them, David Njoku, a good pass rushing or run blocking tight end. Michigan, Larry Allen, Adrian Peterson. Oh my God, and they went Billy Sims. So they went 2 running backs with their top 3 picks with Larry Allen. So yeah, they better be able to run the freaking football. Louisville went Bryant McKinney, Jonathan Cooper, Thurman Thomas with 3 of their top 4 picks. Best offensive line, Washington, USC, Louisville. Best D-line, Illinois. Yeah, we already looked at them. They went really heavy D-line with their first few picks. Oregon, Patrick Willis, Nick Bosa, Marcel Darius as their top 3. So going heavy there. USC, Aaron Donald, Sweat, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Wyatt, Devontae Wyatt from Georgia. Yeah, so their D-line looks really good. Best front 7 overall is going to be Oregon, then Illinois, then Syracuse. Best secondary, Purdue, Arizona State, and Indiana. So we are going to be able to, you know, this kind of is a cool recap of the draft itself. But another thing that we can actually come back is we can track all our stats in this late after a season or 2 as well. We can come and we actually have historical rankings of real life players in this. So our guys will actually see if any of these guys can have some of the best seasons for quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, best careers, and if any of the teams can match some of the historically best teams ever. So we will be jumping back to this companion app as we go through this video. So we're just in week 0 right here. My plan is we are just going to sim to about the mid-season point. Then we'll kind of see how everyone's playing. Then once we get into the playoff, the college football playoff, then we will actually hop in and we'll watch a few games. Plan on watching maybe 2 to 3 games each season. So we can just, you know, watch these historic teams, these fantasy drafted rosters, and watch them play out. But getting into it, once we hit week 8 here, then we'll hop back. We'll look at the stats, see how all these guys are playing. All right, so week 8, let's look at the top 25 really quick. So we got Ohio State, Georgia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, USC, Penn State. So that's kind of our records. Then we can go Heisman watch. Let's see if any of our real life players. So Tim Tebow at A&M is number 1. Tim Couch at LSU, Jameis, and then Debo at LSU. So Couch and Debo are clearly putting up some numbers for the Heisman. Let's go back over to our companion app though, and it's a lot better to look on there for the stats. So yeah, we can come over to our companion app right here, and now we can look at all of our best quarterbacks, receivers, everybody, and go right by their stats. So Tim Couch leading the country in passing right now. Caleb, my pick at Bama, second in the country, way less touchdowns though. And we can kind of go through, see everybody. We can sort by touchdowns as well. Couch, Rex Grossman, Joe Burrow, Johnny Football. We can look at rushing yards. So Tim Tebow, that's why he's leading the Heisman race. I think he was first, right? 700 yards almost on the ground and 8 touchdowns. So, and he's only got 1 interception. So Tebow is playing amazing. Let's see, who is he throwing the football to? He's got Jeremy Shockey, Marshall Faulk. Wow, I like that top 3. Torrey Holt, Russell Okung. So yeah, that's a pretty freaking good offense. Keon Coleman, Treylon Burks. Yeah, that's a pretty freaking good offense. Okay, let's look at running back. So Rashard Mendenhall leading the country in rushing right now. Mike Rozier, Gurley, Garrison Hurst. We can look at touchdowns. Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith. We can look at receiving yards. Steven Jackson at West Virginia, Warwick Dunn. Receivers, Odell Beckham leading the country. So that was one of my picks. We drafted for Alabama. So Odell leading the country in receiving right now. Michael Irvin, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. So Alabama, we are throwing the ball all over the yard. Most touchdowns, DeAndre Hopkins, Braylon Edwards. Really quick look at defense. So tackles, Ray Malaga, Nakobe Dean. Let's go sacks. Chase Young at Oklahoma. Tackles for a loss, Chase Young. Wow, so Chase Young is killing it. Interceptions, Jabril Peppers, Luke Kuechly, Charles Woodson as well. So we're going to come back and we can keep looking at these stats, and we can actually look at their career stats as they keep going on as well. We can quickly look at teams as well. I'm just interested, like, who's scoring the most points per game. So right now it's TCU. 47 points per game. They are absolutely killing it. They got Barry, Tim Brown, who's their QB? Jalen Hurts, Marquise Lee, Kendall Wright. So yeah, they have a lot of offensive talent. Stanford's up there with Irvin, Grossman. And then let's look at points allowed per game. So USC, really good defensively. Aaron Donald, Weddle, Montez Sweat. So they're killing it on defense, and so is Ohio State. Joe Thomas, Eric Berry is playing, there as well. So that is where we're sitting at about halfway through the season. So we're going to keep simming right now. We'll sim to the end of the year, and we'll see where kind of the playoff is looking, and then we can start hopping into some games as well. Okay, we have the Heisman Trophy ceremony. Actually, okay, we're at the end of the year, and I didn't even realize it. Bam! So the team I drafted is 2-10. So yeah, they didn't play great this year. I think they put up a lot of offensive numbers, but not enough. Okay, let's quickly look at the Heisman. So Heisman Trophy winner is going to be Tim Tebow. We will definitely look at his stats later. We got Tim Couch, Andre Ward, Cam Newton. Let's look at the college football bracket. So who actually made the playoff? We got Kansas State, USC, Georgia, Penn State, Georgia Southern, LSU, UCLA, Texas A&M, and then those were our 4 buys. So we'll probably sim through the first round, and then in the second round, we'll just pick the best matchup, and that is what we'll watch. Are all Americans updated? Should we look at that? So Tebow, Kijana Carter, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Debo, DJ Moore, Heath Miller, Jake Long, Joe Thomas, Clelin Ferrell, Christian Wilkins, Sean Merriman, CJ Henderson. Oh, wow. None of our real life safeties made it, which is kind of crazy. Second team. Here is the second team All-Americans as well. Okay, so let's just sim. We'll look at the stats at the end of the year for all the players. Let's just sim to the next week, and then we'll find the best of those matchups, and then we will watch that. So let's look at the bracket or here as well. Okay, we're going to hop in now. So we're getting into the playoff here, and I just want to take a look at kind of our best matchup. So Ohio State is playing number 9 Georgia. So Georgia has Charles Woodson, Charlie Ward, Ron Dane, Ed Oliver. Who does Ohio State have? Joe Thomas. Okay, that's an interesting game. Oklahoma is going to play Texas A&M. Oklahoma, Andre Ward, Chase Young. I'm just trying to find who do we think is going to be the... Oh, Tim Tebow. We might have to watch that game. Oklahoma, Texas A&M is my number one right now. LSU, that's decent. Tennessee, Jameis Crabtree. USC, Stanford, that's not bad. I think we got to do Oklahoma A&M. So that's a game we're going to watch this week. And here's the whole bracket once again. So that's our 2 versus 7 matchup. Okay, let's hop into this one. And so what we're going to do is we're going to super sim through this game. We'll watch, a few drives for each team, get to see these teams in action. Okay, so we're going to sim through the first quarter, and we'll just see where things get. 7-0 Oklahoma after 1. So now we'll start watching some of this. So let's jump ahead. Who's got the ball? So Texas A&M, Tim Tebow in shotgun. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a huge hit. Now, if anybody knows how to get rid of that hold A to exit out of that little pop-up there, if anybody knows, leave a comment down below how we get rid of that. So that's a huge stop there, right there. Now we have so that hold A to exit, if anybody knows. Okay, now we got Oklahoma. Do they have Andre Ward, or who's their quarterback? He's going to flip it out right there. Drop that out. Nice pickup out on the edge. Okay, next play right here. Okay, so are we not going to have player names? Okay, so A&M punts it away. Oklahoma punted it away. A&M's got the ball back. Interception. Okay, so we have a pick. Let's hop in and watch now. So Oklahoma, Andre Ward is at QB for them. Let's see what he can do. I can't remember who their running back is. They hand it off. It might be Marcus Allen. No, Kajani Carter. Okay. So Kajani Carter falls forward. Doesn't pick up much, but a little bit. Andre Ward back in at QB on 2nd and 8. Little read option, and Ward goes down. So this is going to be a big 3rd down here for Oklahoma. They're trying to go up 10 here. They probably are in field goal range depending how good their kicker is, but we'll have to see. So Ward drops back, tries to, he takes off. He's going to be about 4th in inches. Are they going to go for it? Andre Ward takes off, and this is a massive 4th down call here for Oklahoma. If they pick this up, pressure. Wow, that's a great... Did he drop it? No, that's Robert Meacham holds on. Great job by Andre Ward to stay alive. Wow, they got it down to the 2-yard line. Okay, I tried to super sim a little bit here. Let's watch. So 1st and goal from the 2. Oklahoma trying to go up 14 here. Carter and Ward in the backfield. We've already seen him throw to Robert Meacham. Little motion down. Handoff. That's a big stop by the A&M defense. Okay, we're going to keep watching this drive. Right here. Jump to next play. So Ward and Carter in the backfield. Ward's used his legs a lot on this drive when we've been watching. Adjusting here. Let's see what he can do. Handoff again. He's going to get in there. Yeah, so Carter gets in. Oklahoma up 14 rip. Let's see if Tebow has an answer in him here. So we're going to jump forward 14-0. 13-yard reception, 1st and 10, 3-yard rush to Marshall Faulk. Man, Marshall Faulk, 58-yard touchdown. Tim Tebow to Keon Coleman. Gets right back in this one. Okay, that's a big pickup right there for Oklahoma. 8-yard reception. 1st and 10, Kajani Carter. Okay, we're going to actually watch this drive now. Pick this up. Let's hop in. So down inside the 30 here, Ward and Carter in the backfield. Actually, this might be the backup running back. A little smoke screen. Is that Meacham on the outside? Wow. I think that was Meacham. No, that's Quentin Johnson's. They have Keon Coleman, Quentin Johnson, and Robert Meacham as their 3 receivers. So they have a lot of weapons, you know, not like super stud receivers, but good receivers for sure. Okay, Ward. I've really liked Ward. And yeah, they're just going to hand that ball off. Keep moving forward. Okay, we're going to sim one play here. See if they get into a 3rd down. So sim one play, 3rd and 7. So we'll watch this. See if Oklahoma can answer again. Let's see. So Ward directing traffic. Drops back. Fires. Oh, that's picked. A&M. He tries to go hot up the seam. Steps in front. Who picked him off? Is that a real life guy or an auto gen? Who is that? He's got some swag. Rowell. Nonson Rowell. Picks him off. Not one of our guys. But there we go. That's a really costly mistake by Ward in the end zone. 2-yard rush by Marshall Faulk. Then 12-yard reception from Tebow to the tight end. Okay, let's watch. We haven't really watched any of A&M with Tebow and Marshall Faulk. So let's hop in right here. So this is going to be 2nd and 4. That is just a scary backfield. They're going to do a little formation shift here. Marshall Faulk and Timmy Tebow. Hand that off to Faulk. Makes a guy miss. He might be gone. One guy in the hole. Breaks a tackle. Marshall Faulk down around the 10-yard line. Faulk and Tebow. We are just going to see some nasty combos in this that obviously you'd never be able to see in real life. But both these teams are built with... Okay, so they only have 45 seconds here. Tebow, Faulk in behind him. Here we go. 2, 1 hand. No play action. Tebow into the end zone. Touchdown. Fires that in. And I just realized, guys, I didn't make Tim Tebow a lefty. So before people comment, the next fantasy draft, Tebow and Vic. I forgot to make sure the QBs were lefties who are supposed to be. But Tim Tebow, either way, to Jeremy Shockey in the back corner of the end zone. Huge pickup there. Okay, so now we are going to sim to the 4th quarter here. Yeah, Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma was able to get a field goal, but we're still going to sim to the 4th quarter, and we'll see where we're at. 17-14, 24-14. OU 31-14. So now all of a sudden, Oklahoma taking a commanding lead right here. Ooh, 3rd and goal though. So right away, A&M. You score a touchdown here. You're down 10 with 8 minutes. Not looking great, but you still have a shot. Tebow and Faulk in the backfield. Bring a motion man over. Here's Tebow. Ooh, nice break up. 4th and goal. You've got to go for this, obviously. So they're kicking a field goal. I don't know. I don't know how you kick a field goal there. That's rough. Okay, we're going to quickly sim through here unless A&M starts to put something together. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 7, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 8. We'll watch this 3rd and 8 even though this game is pretty much over. It was 4th and 5. So they don't convert. That's basically going to put this one away. We'll see though. Nails it. Yeah, it's a chip shot. Okay, so Oklahoma football once again, but they are, you need about 3 touchdowns here in the last 5 minutes. 2nd and 10, 12-yard reception to Keon Coleman. Faulk for 5, incomplete. 3rd and 5, sack. Okay, this is 4th and 8. We'll watch this. This might be our last time to see Tebow, so we'll see if he has any magic on 4th down here for him. Directing traffic. Oklahoma trying to keep this where it's at. Fires. Oh, he's got wide open receiver. So it's still probably over, but that's a big pickup for Tebow right there. Okay, let's keep going. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 6, 4th and 1. We'll just keep going. 1st and goal. And they score. Okay, let's see Oklahoma. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4. 4th and 4. They went for that. Okay, yeah, this is over. Yeah, that's going to end it. we're going to head to the end of the game. Oklahoma knocks off Tim Tebow. Marshall Faulk, Andre Ward leads OU. There we go. So let's go quickly look at the stats here. So player stats, Andre Ward, 338 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Carter had a decent day. Receiving wise, Fasano, Meacham, Quentin Johnson, Carter. A&M, Falk led them in receptions. Keon Coleman had over 100 yards. Oh, they had Torrey Holt, and they didn't even use him. Oh my gosh, that A&M offense is freaking loaded. Tebow couldn't get anything on the ground. Had an okay game through the air. So that is it. So this first season, just because we do the whole fantasy draft and everything as well, we're just going to play through 2 games here. Or watch 2 games. So we're going to sim through this next round. And then we will get to the national championship and watch that. Okay, let's see who the natty is. So let's go look. And we have the bracket. It's Oklahoma versus Georgia. So let's go quickly look at Georgia's roster. So Georgia, Charlie Ward, Charles Woodson, Ron Dane, Ed Oliver, Addison, Roma Dunze, Zay Flowers, LaShawn McCoy. Wow, they have 2 really good running backs. So pretty good squad. We already watched Oklahoma. So we got Andre Ward and we got Charlie Ward as the 2 quarterbacks. Let's go check this out. Okay, Georgia OU for the first year fantasy draft. Let's go. All right, so once again, we are just going to sim through the first quarter here, and we'll see where we're at going into quarter number 2. 7-0 OU, 14-0 OU. So OU is just putting it all together so far this year. We'll see if Georgia can answer. Zay Flowers from Charlie Ward, incomplete. So we got a 3rd and 10 right here. Let's check this out. So big 3rd down from Georgia. You do not just want to punt this ball back to Oklahoma right now. You know, they're already up 14. You're going to try a little screen in Oklahoma. Wow, what a stop. That's Chase Young made the play originally. Tried to get the ball to Shady McCoy, and they lose 6 yards on the play. Punt it off right away. Penalty, unnecessary roughness. Stoudemire, ooh, that's a big penalty though. Holding, 1st and 20, 2nd and 19, 3rd and 17. This is the play of the game so far. Maybe out of field goal range. Georgia has to get a stop here. Keep him to no points. Motion out of the backfield, pressure. Ooh, a little tight end screen. Drop it in. Not a ton of yards. Pick up 7 though. You're definitely in field goal range. So hey, Oklahoma is definitely going to take that. They do hit it, and they are up 17-0. Wow. Oh, a fumble. Matt Elam recovers the fumble. 1st and goal, and we might have a freaking blowout here for Oklahoma in season 1 national championship, trying to go up 24 rip. Ward, little QB keeper down inside the maybe 3-4 yard line. I mean, you hold them to 3 here. If you're Georgia, it's still a 3 touchdown game. You go get 1 before the half. You're still alive, but you got to get a stop. Ward keeps it on the read option. Gets in Andre Ward, and Georgia is getting blown out in the natty so far. 24-0. Charlie Ward throws it away. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 8. Pass knocked down. 4th and 8. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10. They are just moving this football. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10. Okay. This is the play here. If you're Georgia, you've got to get off the field and you've got to try to score before the half. 3:30 left. Ward drops back, fires over the middle. Oh, holds on. Andre Ward. That is a strike to Robert Meacham. My gosh, Oklahoma just won't be stopped right now. Another 3rd down. Let's see if Ward's got another freaking strike in his arm. Almost in field goal range here once again. Almost a 2-minute warning. Ward in shotgun. Is he going to take this down? Oh, almost got him offside. Oh, wow, he's going to snap it before the two. He's taking a shot, I think. Over the middle again on third down. Okay, so Oklahoma, Ward to Meacham again, and we're going to sim through this now. This might be just a 30-0, 31-0. Okay, we're going to sim to the fourth quarter unless, you know, Georgia does something here. 34-0. Wow. Okay, we are just going to sim to the end of this one. Absolute blowout. 44-0. Oklahoma, the Sooners win natty number 1 of our fantasy draft. Ward at quarterback. They had Kajani Carter. Who'd they have on defense? We'll go look at their roster here in a second. But yeah, Ward, he didn't have 50 yards passing. Did he? He had 50 yards passing? That can't be true. Oh, no, that's Charlie Ward. Okay, there's too many freaking Wards. Andre Ward. I'm like, there's no way. They won. 222 yards. He had 4 touchdowns, though. Not much for the run game. Looks like Kajani Carter might have been injured. Fasano, Meacham, Quentin Johnson, just like a good solid squad all around, and they are able to get it done. So we will definitely go look at the stats for this. Yeah, we'll wrap this whole season up. There we go. Oklahoma wins the national championship. Okay, so end of the season recap. Let's go take a look at the stats and all the year-end stuff. Okay, so Oklahoma wins the natty. They scored 51 points per game. So they actually led our whole sim in points per game, which is, you know, a massive number for them. 22.5 margin. So yeah, they were just the best team overall. They had Chase Young, Greg Robinson, Nick Fairley, Mo Claiborne, Pouncey, Farrell, Johnny Carter. Yeah, I mean, that's not my favorite roster overall, but they get it done. Win the national championship. Let's go look at some players here. So we have stats we want to look at. Couch led the country in passing. Jameis, McNabb, Joe Burrow, Charlie Ward, Jason White. Touchdowns, Couch again, Grossman. Rushing yards, Tebow over 1,000 yards. We already know Tebow did win the Heisman as well. Cam Newton, 795. Rushing touchdowns, Andre Ward. Wow, so he really ran the ball a ton. He had 49 total touchdowns. So Andre, and he wins the natty. Definitely could have been the Heisman winner as well. Let's look at running backs. Rashard Mendenhall, 1,500 yards, led the country. Touchdowns, Emmitt Smith at Northwestern. Kajani Carter on the national championship. Champions had the second most rushing touchdowns. Receiving yards, Steven Jackson, Garrison Hurst, work done, Ryan Matthews. So that's where we are there. Let's look at receivers. Jordan Addison at Georgia leads the country in receiving. Deebo Samuel, Michael Irvin, Tyreek, Michael Crabtree, OBJ at Bama with one of my draft picks. There's total touchdowns. Let's look at defense. Ray Malalaga. Sacks, Clellan Ferrell, 23 sacks and 31 TFLs. Holy crap. Yeah, no kidding. He won best D lineman, best edge rusher this year. He absolutely destroyed for Oklahoma, who won the natty as well. And they had Chase Young. So they had 2 of the top 3 sack getters. TFLs, 2 of the top 4 for TFLs. So that's definitely Rod Woodson, 7 picks. Led the country. Then I kind of had touched on this before, but we can go over to our record book and now we can compare how some of these players, and this will keep track through our whole sim, how they compare to, you know, some of the best seasons ever. So Tim Tebow comes in as the 7th best quarterback season of all time per our algorithms, because he wins the Heisman and he wins best quarterback, so he gets multiple bonus points for that. We can see Joe Burrow's in 5th, Tim Couch, Jameis Winston. How'd he come compared to, he finished just behind. So you can actually see him versus his 2007 season. 700 more yards, 3 less touchdowns, less picks, more rushing yards, way less rushing touchdowns. So But he was very, actually they tied with his actual 2007 Tim Tebow season. The yards kind of pushed him over the top. They both win the Heisman, so there we go. So no one even came close to Joe Burrow, though. Running backs, no one put up a crazy running back season. Receivers, Michael Irvin has the best one, but no one comes close to Devontae Smith. Then we can also track them over their careers. So we'll see if any of the QBs, Tebow has the best overall career mark. We'll see if our Tim Tebow can pass that. Ricky Williams receivers. Then we can also go by best team. So Oklahoma, 51 points per game. Here's kind of the how we kind of formulate their ratings. And LSU is number 1. Oklahoma, good season. We have them as the 22nd ranked season. You know, they just beat out their, what year was that? 1985 season, just in behind 87 Miami, 2008 Florida. So there it is, guys. That is season number 1. We are going to keep simming through, and we're just going to get to the start of season number 2 now. All right, so here we are at the start of season number 2. Now, we can let's look at the preseason top 25. We got USC, Oklahoma, Georgia, LSU, Penn State, Tennessee. Let's look at Heisman Watch. This will be interesting. So Tebow won it last year. We got Lamar Jackson at Minnesota, Cam, Vince Young at Wake Forest, Joe Montana at Houston. So no Tebow. You know, they're not thinking Tebow's going to go back to back, but we'll see. Charlie Ward, Ron Dane. Did they have Ron Dane last year? Yeah, okay. He didn't really play much, but they had him, or they didn't give him the ball much. Mike Rozier, Isaac Bruce. So Ohio State's got, Georgia's got 3 first-team All-Americans. They also got Rome Odunze. Not a ton of yards last year, but another first-team All-American. Vernon Davis. Kerrigan, Chase Young, Cunningham, Derek Johnson, Charles Woodson, Darrell Green, Thomas Davis, and Eric Berry at safeties. Let's look at second team. Jameis Herschel, Sean McCoy. Yeah, so that's where we're looking right now with our All-American team. So we are going to sim just back again till about the midway point. We'll look at the stats one time, and then we'll get into the playoffs, and we're going to watch a couple of games once again in the playoffs. Okay, we are in week 8. My Alabama drafted team, they're 4-2, so at least they're playing a little better. Once again, we don't really care about them a ton. I just wanted to do one of the drafts, but we're really just trying to see how everyone's going to play. So we'll look just quickly at Heisman Watch here. So Heisman Watch, we got Michael Irvin, a wide receiver, leading the way, 1,200 yards, and Andre Ward coming off his natty, Jason White at USC, and Tim Couch. So let's go over to our Dynasty tracker and check all this out. Okay, so looking at our Dynasty tracker, let's look at some of the teams first. So we can look at the teams. And USC is leading the way at 8-0. SMU, Kansas State, Arizona State, Penn State, Michigan, Texas A&M, Texas A&M. USC, Aaron Donald, Jason White, Raymond Laga, SMU. Yeah, okay, they're in ours. Ooh, I don't know if we looked at their D-line. Julius Peppers and Vince Wilfork beside each other. They went hard in the offensive line, defensive line in the trenches. Tunsil, Dermani Dawson, Kansas. I don't think we've looked at them. Derrick Henry, Adam Jones, Sean Taylor, Troy Aikman. That could be a squad. Michigan, I think they went heavy running back, right? Adrian Peterson. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of where we're looking at team-wise. Let's look at some of the players and our stats. So Tim Couch leading country in passing as of right now. Once again, Grossman, McNabb, Jason White, Bradford, touchdowns. We got Vince Young at Wake Forest. So Vince is putting up some stats. Deshaun, Brady Quinn, rush yards, Andre Ware. I have not seen anything from. Oh, there's Michael Vick, Tim Tebow. So yeah, Tebow might have got hurt or something because his stats are not looking incredible so far. Running backs, Emmitt Smith leading the country in rushing yards, Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris. Touchdowns, 11 for Bijan and Herschel Walker. Receiving yards, Chris Perry, Lawrence Phillips, Amir Abdullah, Billy Sims. Let's look at receiving yards, and we know, yeah, I was going to say, oh my. Look at Michael Irvin compared to everyone else. 500 more yards than Cooper Kupp, who's in second. Randy Moss at UCLA. 12 touchdowns, 2 more than anyone else. 19.5 average. So he's also just going for a ton of yards. He's not just spamming receptions, though he does lead the country in receptions also. Wow. Yeah, so I can see how he's leading the Heisman race right now. Malik Jefferson in tackles, 10.5 sacks for Dolman, Peter Boulware, Marcus Davenport, TFL's Dolman, Mingo, Boulware, Will Anderson. Interceptions, Nate Wiggins leading the country. Okay, so that is where we're sitting at about the midway point in the season. We're going to keep simming now to the college football playoff, and we'll see where everyone's sitting then. Okay, so Heisman Trophy goes to Andre Ware. Which way? Was that Oklahoma Ware? We'll have to go look. We'll look at the Heisman Trophy right now, though. Gronkowski wins the Mackey. Is it going to... Oh, no, that was my award. Okay. We might have made the playoffs as Bama. 9-4. We might have snuck into the playoffs. So let's quickly look at Heisman. We'll look at All-Americans at the end of the year. Yeah, it was Oklahoma Andre Ware. So, Michael Irvin just misses out. Just misses out on the Heisman Trophy. He had a crazy year, though. Over 2,000 yards. That's nuts. But yeah, Andre Ware, we'll look at his stats at the end of the year. We'll look at everyone's stats. Let's look at the college football bracket. So Alabama, my squad, did make the playoff this year. That is where everyone is looking. So yeah, we're going to sim through this first week, and then we're going to watch 3 games this year. So we'll watch 1 in each round now. Okay, so Bama did win it, our drafted squad. So I think we're going to watch our squad, actually. Let's go look at the matchups really quick, though. So looking at the matchups, it's Alabama and Ohio State. Yeah, let's look at Ohio State's roster. Joe Thomas, Isaac Bruce, Eric Berry, Rozier, Jake the Snake Plummer. I like that. So I think we're just going to watch that game. Let's watch our squad. We drafted them. Got to watch them at least once. Reggie Bush, Caleb, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Malik Neighbors, Rob Gronkowski with Odell Beckham. That is an offense. That is a squad we got to check out. So let's go hop into that. So Ohio State, what's the overalls? We're both 87 overall. Let's go. So they had Jake Plummer. Who else did they have? I freaking blanked out already, but I'm excited to see our offense. That is a crazy offense. Reggie, Caleb, those 3 receivers, Gronk at tight end. I want to see my squad get something done here. We are going to sim through the first quarter, though. So we're just going to sim through the quarter, and we'll see where we're at. 7-0 Bama, 7-7 Ohio, or 10-7 Ohio State. Okay. So let's keep going here. First and goal. Okay, so first and goal. Let's hop in. Watch this. 1-yard rush. So Bama needs a stop here. Second and goal at the 4-yard line. Jake Plummer under center. Bring the tight end across the formation. Run left. Toss left. Linebacker breaks through, though. That's a huge TFL. Huge play by the Alabama defense. Okay. Now we got bunch to the bottom of the screen. Shotgun. Jake Plummer drops back, bringing a blitz, fires that in, touchdown. Ohio State. Kevin White from Jake Plummer. And yeah, now 10-point lead here for Ohio State. Okay, I want to watch some of this drive now. Let's watch. So let's check out this Alabama offense. Caleb in shotgun. Reggie Bush beside him. Just embarrassment of riches here. Hands it off to Reggie. Oh, he's got blockers. Get downhill, Reggie. Ooh, nice run by Bush. He's only got 2 carries and he's got 39 yards. Yeah, let's hand the ball off to Reggie Bush, I think. Caleb in gun. 3 receivers to the bottom, plus Gronkowski at the bottom of the screen. Gonna bring Gronk across the formation. And a second motion, little flip, pop pass. Ooh, nasty juke move. Who's number 3? Is that Odell? That was Odell. Odell had a nasty juke right there. So, man, I love our offense. That is a freaking fun offense. Let's see if they can put some points on the board. Full play action to Reggie. Caleb on the run, drops that underneath to OBJ for 6. We're going to watch this whole drive. Empty, Caleb Williams, Reggie Bush at the top of the screen. Imagine this empty offense you could trot out there. Here's Reggie in motion back into the backfield. Caleb, little flip screen out to OBJ. Nothing there. That was Eric Berry came up and got the stop. So this is a big third down. Caleb and Reggie in the backfield together. Let's see. Fake hands off. Caleb keeps it, gets to the perimeter. It looked pretty bottled up, but Caleb is able to find the edge there, get to the outside, and pick up the first down. Empty once again. Gronk in at tight end. We got a full formation shift. No Reggie Bush out there right now. Now kind of this ace look. Caleb fires it in. Oh, that's our backup tight end. I thought that was Gronk. We got another big white tight end. Stuart Sousa with the 8-yard reception, and Bama is moving right now. Bush back in behind Caleb. Caleb, play action. Ooh, tries a little screen pass. Nothing there. Another third down. Eric Berry with another play on the back end for the Ohio State secondary. Okay, huge third down right here. Gonna bring Reggie Bush back into the backfield. Ooh, a lot of motion, orbit motion with Reggie. Caleb drops back. Time, no, he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan with the sack. Caleb holds the ball too long. I think they might be out of field goal range now too. Let's see. 52-yard field goal is good. So they're able to drill the field goal. Okay, we watched a lot of that drive. 1st and 10. Big pickup there. Kevin White. 1st and 10 again. 2nd and 4. Okay, 3rd and 2. Let's watch this. So Ohio State, 3rd and 2. Jake Plummer. It looks like they got Rashad Penny, Kevin White. Who's their other receiver, though? I'm blanking. Okay, Plummer. What do you got for us? Number 59 in motion. Who is 59? Who got assigned 59 at wide receiver? Tylan Wallace. Okay. Not a great number for our guy, but that's okay. 2nd and 6. 1st and 10 from the 11. 2nd and 8. What is this? 2-yard reception. Okay, 2nd and 8. 2-minute warning just happened. Bunch at the top of the screen. Plummer drops back. Gonna take off. That's a sack. Sack for Alabama. 3rd and 10. They needed that. Someone needed to make a play. We're gonna watch actually this 3rd down though. Bama's got to hold him to 3 here, and then Bama will get the ball back with a chance to go try and put some points on the board. Plummer drops back, and another sack by Alabama. Well, they're going to hold him to a field goal at least and get the ball back with plenty of time. So that's a huge defensive stop for the Tide defense. 38-yard field goal is good. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3. They don't pick it up. 4th and inches, and they punt. Oklahoma, 2nd and 7, 1st and 10. They're going to get a field goal out of this. They get a field goal. Wow, that is not good for Alabama. Okay, we are going to sim to the 4th quarter here. Right here, where are we? Yeah, next quarter. Here we go. So we're going to sim to the next quarter. Here we go. 23-17, 23-20. So Bama, 10 points in the quarter and gets right back into this. Let's go. Okay, so 4th and 1, Alabama punts it. So Ohio State starts pretty backed up. Incomplete, and we got a huge 3rd and 8 here to start the 4th quarter. Let's see what this Bama defense can do. Let's see if Jake Plummer can make a play for Ohio State. A little motion. Comes back across the formation. Ooh, little flip in the middle. Breaks a tackle. What a quick release by Plummer. Oh, he's got Isaac Bruce at receiver. Just a great job of getting a ball out on that RPO. 2nd and 2. 39-yard run by Mike Rozier. first and 10, and Bama's defense just can't really hang here. First and goal, and they punch it in. They are going to be down 10 once again. Bama, 2nd and 8, first and 10, first and 10. That's 17 yards for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Okay, big play there. 30 yards from Malik Neighbors. Okay, down inside the 15. It is go time for Alabama. They need 7. Full formation shift here. Reggie Bush back into the backfield. Caleb in shotgun. Going to hand this ball off to Bush. Ooh, little spin move. Picks up maybe 3 to 4 yards. 9 carries, 76 yards. So haven't gave Bush the ball a ton, but when they have, it's been pretty effective. Caleb, pistol, Reggie in behind him. Bringing Jigba across. Hand it off. No, that's a fake hand. Wow, that play fake got me. I thought it was going to Reggie Bush up the middle. Instead, Caleb keeps it for a yard. Now, you can kick a field goal here. You're going to cut it to 7, but I mean, you obviously want to punch this in when you get this close. Odell's going to orbit into the backfield. Drop it off to... He missed Reggie Bush on the screen. On the screen pass, there was a ton of room to operate there. Bush could have walked into the end zone. Caleb misses him. I'm guessing they're going to kick 3. Yeah, so they cut it to 7. Big kickoff return, but a holding call. 2nd and 21 after the sack. And they pick it up. 26 yards. Tylan Wallace for 26. That's probably the game. Jake Plummer. 2nd and 20. What is this? 3rd and 17. Okay, so here is the game. Yeah, no. So, no... They're not in field goal range, though. This is kind of a weird play. What do you do here? You hand this off, but Bama can't stop the clock. So they're going to kick this with like, okay. Oh, they made the field goal. I didn't think they were going to make it. Okay, so that's actually going to be the game. I thought they were going to miss it. But yeah, that is going to do it. Ohio State is going to beat the Alabama team that I drafted. But there you go. So Jake Plummer made some plays. Yeah, you know, Ohio State's offense was just better today. Plummer made the plays. Isaac Bruce and Caleb missed Reggie Bush on that dump off on the screen on that 3rd down, or he might have been able to make it happen. Okay, so we are going to sim to the next round through the playoffs now. Okay, so let's go look at the bracket. What do we got? We got Ohio State, Nebraska, SMU, Arizona State. So let's go look at my tracker and we'll see what matchup we like the best. Okay, so who's on Nebraska? They got Johnny Football, Trent Williams, Ricky Williams, Devontae Adams. Okay, that is a squad. I like them. Arizona State, Najee Khalil, Sam Adams. Who's their quarterback? Troy Smith. Okay. We know Ohio State. Oh, and then SMU. Julius Peppers, okay. Honestly, they got Donovan McNabb, Steve Slayton. Yeah, I think Nebraska, Ohio State. I want to see some Johnny Football, so that's a game we're going to go check out. Okay, so Ohio State's an 89 overall. Nebraska's only an 84. Obviously, we don't know what that means in the long run, but somewhat interesting that Ohio State, you know, everybody should have similar teams. So you all get 15 picks, so it's kind of how guys develop. But yeah, Ohio State, you got to think is the favorite. But I mean, Nebraska is the #1 team in the country, so we'll see. And Johnny Football, who frickin' knows when you got him at quarterback. So let's go through the first quarter, see where we're at. Nebraska 7-0. So 7-0 Nebraska. And we're just going to keep going through now. Okay, we got 2nd and goal here. Ohio State. So down at about the 5-yard line of Nebraska. Looks like man coverage across the board. Plummer going to fake that handoff over the middle. Oh, dropped. Hit his guy in the hands. Might have been Isaac Bruce too. Pretty sure-handed receiver. Not able to hold on. Okay, Plummer, bunch to the top. Pressure in his face. Throws on the run, not able to get it out. Injury timeout for the defensive lineman for Nebraska. Chase Kaufman. Okay, so big 3rd down here. Oh, did I jump ahead? Oh, I missed the 3rd down somehow. Okay, so Nebraska holds Ohio State. That is going to be 7-0. Or, yeah, 7-3. Nebraska football. Okay, so we want to see some Johnny Football now. Kickoff. So 2nd and 8. 1st and 10. He went to Travis Kelce. Okay. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 7. Michael Gallup, the old Cowboys receiver. So Johnny Football in the backfield as a Cornhusker. Let's see what he can do against this Ohio State front. 5-man pressure. Johnny fumbles. Oh, he's lucky. Nebraska picks that up. Athletic front 7 and Johnny tried to escape, and they absolutely corralled him. Force a fumble, but Nebraska is able to recover. Jake Plummer kind of bringing him down the field. 3rd and 11. He's going to get stopped. Let's see. So that's a 6-yard run by, oh yeah, they have Ricky Williams in the backfield. There's 2 big runs by Ricky. 2nd and 7. Okay, let's see what Nebraska can do here. They hand the ball off to Ricky Williams 3 times in a row. That is a scary backfield duo. Johnny Manziel and Ricky Williams. Here, a little swing, bubble screen, no. So no shots down the field at all. And they have Davante Adams. Man, I love this Nebraska offense. Ricky Williams, Johnny Football, Travis Kelce. That's crazy. Okay, so but they got to do something here. 3rd and 10. Let's see him take something down the field a little bit. Johnny. Oh wow, what a throw. Was that Kelce? Travis Kelce for 20. That is a wicked throw right there by Johnny Football. That is a tight window on 3rd down. Get you down inside the red zone now. Probably going to hand it out. No, fake to Ricky Williams. Johnny Football keeps it. Picks up 3. Keep going. We'll watch this whole drive, and then we'll probably just sim to the 4th quarter. 7-3. Johnny Football hands it off. Nothing going there. Big 3rd down, but last time we saw a 3rd down, Johnny delivered an absolute strike. So let's see what he can do here. He's nodding his head. Ricky Williams in the pistol. Oh, little smoke screen. Don't like that play call. Michael Gallup on the smoke screen. I don't love that at all, but they're going to be able to kick a field goal. They get it, and we are going to be 10-3 at a half. Okay, we're going to go to the 4th quarter here. 10-10 and 17-10. Okay, so close game. Let's keep going. 17-10, 26-yard punt. Ohio State football, 3-yard run. 7-yard reception by Isaac Bruce. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3, 1st and 10. Penalty. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 2. Okay, we're going to watch this. Jake Plummer. 3rd and 2. This is big. You want to be able to go tie this ball game up. Handoff. Wow, I love that little fake handoff. Backside slant. Ripped that in. Jake Plummer, over the 2 games we've watched, has done a nice job of throwing over the middle of the field. That's Kevin White, the big speedster, went to West Virginia in real life. Top 10 pick by the Bears. Bit of a bust in the NFL, but picks up a 6-yard touchdown catch to tie this one in the 4th quarter. Johnny Football gets a ball back. 3rd and 3 right here. Okay, we got to watch this 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down. I got something in my eye. It doesn't matter. We got to push through. Empty with Johnny Football in shotgun. Drops back. Pressure right underneath Travis Kelce. You gotta love that. If you're Johnny Manziel in college football, you can either hand the ball off to Ricky Williams, throw it to the outside to Davante Adams, or over the middle to Ricky Williams. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, 19-yard run by Ricky. 32-yard run by Ricky. They are riding Ricky Williams here. We got 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. I'm probably just giving the ball off to Ricky once again. Let him go pound this in. Yup, and he falls forward. Ricky Williams. I love this Nebraska team. I'm kind of hoping they win over Ohio State. They have a cool freaking offense. Kickoff. 2nd and 7, but hey, let's see if Jake Plummer. 3rd and 5, 4th and 5. You punt it, and now you got to deal with Ricky Williams running the ball to end this one. 3rd and 1. This is the game, basically. Nebraska. Oh, what happened there? Timeout. If Nebraska can get the 1st down here, it's not over, but it's close. They're just going to be able to keep running this ball, make Ohio State burn all their timeouts. They only have 2 left. Fake handoff to Ricky. Johnny. Oh, That's a great sack. I thought he was going to fall forward, and the defensive alignment pushes Johnny Football back. Wow, that's ballsy not to go to Ricky Williams. Really nice punt down inside the 5-yard line. Oh no, 13-yard line. 3rd and 7. Okay, now this, I mean, they'll probably go for it on 4th down. I'd assume they do. Yeah, only one timeout. You kind of got to go for it on 4th down here. Jake Plummer, let's see what he's got. 4-man rush, late blitz on the run. What is the flag? Are they calling that roughing the passer? That guy's got no face mask on. Roughing the passer. Oh my goodness. Dion Jordan. Ah, man, I don't know how you do that right there. Roughing the passer. They stop them on 3rd down. They get a sack next play. Okay, another 3rd down, though. This Nebraska team feels like too much for this Ohio State squad, but they still have a shot. Okay, empty. Plummer. 4-man pass rush. Plenty of time. Oh, picked! That's going to be a pick 6. Defensive tackle, pick 6, and that's gonna do it. Danny Shelton, the big nose tackle from University of Washington, gets the pick 6, and that is gonna do it. Nebraska books their ticket to the national championship. 31-17, I believe, is the final, unless Ohio State got a few point out. 31-17, Nebraska Cornhuskers going to the Natty, and I think they're going to play either SMU or Arizona State. Okay, let's go look at the stats there. What do we got? Let me go up. There we go. So, Manziel, 218 and a touchdown, nothing crazy. Ricky Williams, they rode Ricky Williams, 169, 2 scores. Kelsey 40, Gallup, Devontae was kind of shut down. For Ohio State, Tylan Wallace, Kaufman, Isaac Bruce had nothing really going. Rushing, they couldn't get the run game going, and that was the difference. Plummer played pretty good, but the run game, Ricky Williams was the difference in that football game. Okay, there we go. So we're going to sim to the national championship here. Okay, so let's look at the final here. Who do we got? We have the bracket, SMU versus Nebraska. So let's go quickly look at the SMU roster. Okay, so SMU right here. They have Julius Peppers, Vince Wilfork, Tunsil. Yeah, they went big O-line defense. Jamison Williams at receiver. Donovan McNabb, Steve Slayton. So they didn't, Owen Daniels, they went hard on the OD line. So that's where they are really going to try to dominate in the trenches against Nebraska, who just has all the offensive firepower in the world. But yeah, let's go check it out. Okay, SMU, Nebraska, let's get it. Okay, same thing. We are going to sim through the first quarter here, and we'll see where we're at. So, 7-0 Nebraska, 10-0 Nebraska. I don't know if SMU is going to be able to score with these guys. This Nebraska offense, man. 3rd and 7. Okay, let's see what Nebraska can do. Oh, yeah, so they're trying to go score again here. Vince Wilfork, Julius Peppers. They got to get something going on the D-line for SMU. Oh, is that a false start? What are they calling it? Offsides. Okay, so let's just make this easier on Nebraska. Now they can just hand this ball off to Ricky Williams. That's Ernie Sims rushing off the edge. Ooh, they're going to do hurry up here. Oh, no Ricky Williams in the backfield. That's kind of lucky for SMU. Johnny Football. Yeah, no. Yeah, not having Ricky in there is not ideal on that 3rd down, but you're going to be able to kick a field goal. It's 13-0. Here's an SMU 3rd down. So you got Donovan McNabb might be hurt, because that either Donovan McNabb is white now or he got injured, because I don't think that's him. So backup quarterback is in. He goes down. Dion Jordan. Yeah, Stroman Miller Jr. is trying to win this against this loaded Nebraska squad. I don't think it's going to happen. Here's a 3rd and 3. Ricky Williams is back in. I'm probably just handing this ball off, or I'm looking Travis Kelce maybe on a little option route, something like that. Johnny Football, plenty of time, fires that in, caught, I believe. Yeah, Michael Gallup. So it is not looking good for this SMU squad. 1st and 10, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 9. We'll watch this 3rd down. Let's see if, just an embarrassment of riches here for Johnny. Do you want Devontae? You want Kelsey? You want Gallup? Right there over the middle. Fire that in. Is that Gallup again? No, Christian Kirk. I didn't even know they had Christian Kirk. So, yeah, this Nebraska squad is loaded, man. 1st and goal after a penalty on Hargreaves. 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 13. Looks like they'll probably get stopped here, but still going to be 60-0 almost at the half. Backup quarterback for SMU. Just probably not going to be it. Little corner blitz. Johnny steps up into the sack, though. That might have been Vince Wilfork. Yeah, so we are going to sim here just to the 4th quarter. And unless we see something from SMU, 16-0, 16-3 at the half, then we'll probably just sim to the end without McNabb. This is okay. 16-10, 22-10. We'll keep simming. We'll go okay. 22-17, and all of a sudden we have a 3rd and 1 for Nebraska. Oh, I wanted to watch that play. I don't know why it simmed forward. I wanted to watch that 3rd down, but I think they got stopped. Yeah, 3-yard rush. SMU's got a shot here all of a sudden. 3rd and 5, 4 yards, 4th and 1. They're punting that, right? 57-yard punt. Wow. Down to the 1-yard line. SMU's holding on. 16-yard rush by Ricky Williams, though. 3-yard rush. 3rd and 3. Okay, this is a huge play. 5:35 left. You're up 5. No Ricky Williams in there. Oh, no, I think that is Ricky. Yeah. Oh, picked. Johnny Football tried to go to Travis Kelce over the middle, and SMU picks him off. Johnny. Kazim Shermer. All of a sudden, SMU has life. Real life. 1st and 10. 2nd and 8. 3rd and 8. I mean, even you have to... Why does it keep doing that? Okay, yeah. 3rd and 8. No McNabb, and SMU's got a shot here. Backup QB draw. Oh, pulls it. He's gonna get in. SMU. Oh my gosh, he is hyped. Stroman Miller Jr. in for Donovan McNabb, leading this ferocious comeback. They go for 2, they don't get it. So now it's a 1-point game. Nebraska football. Michael Gallup for 28, 2nd and 2, 3rd and 5. They are in field goal range, but if you're in Nebraska, you don't want to go up 2. You have to punch this football in. Johnny Manziel, what is up? Over the middle. That is a tight window to Kelsey. It's knocked out, and it is going to be field goal time here for Nebraska. And they are able to knock that through for 48. SMU football, 1st and 15, 1st and 20, 2nd and 19, 3rd and 19. Yeah, it might have been it's not looking good here for SMU. This is a tall order either way without your starting quarterback. So okay, that is a bad call. Steve Slayton, I'm guessing they're going to punt it. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Oh, and that's a 47-yard punt with a 20-yard return from Devontae. And then the next play, 45-yard touchdown to Devontae Adams from Johnny Football. And that is going to do it. We're going to sim to the end of this one. Great job, Nebraska. I mean, it got a little sketchy there. SMU gets some late points. If they have Donovan McNabb, I think they probably win that, but Nebraska holds on, takes this home. I loved their offense. Johnny Manziel didn't make a ton of plays when we were watching. 433 yards of offense, though. Johnny, okay game. That pick was rough. Ricky Williams goes off again, 170 yards, 9 yards a carry. We know Devontae he only had 2 catches, but one of them was massive. Gallup, 105. So There we go. Our second national championship here with Nebraska. So it was Oklahoma year 1, Nebraska year 2. So we're just going to sim to the next week, and then we'll look at the final end of the year, All-Americans, all the final stats. And we'll look at how everyone played. Okay, so Nebraska wins it. We already know the Heisman. And then let's look at All-Americans. Andre Ward, Ricky Williams was nasty. Michael Irvin, I'm Rob, Khalil Mack, Quinnen, Rondé. There we go. Second team, Cam, Herschel Walker, McFadden, Antonio Bryant, Mingo, Poe, Cooper, Ontrell Roll. Okay. Well, let's go look at all our year-enders end of stuff in our tracker. Okay, so looking at our tracker, let's look at the stats here first. So, stats and quarterbacks. Okay, so Andre Ward led the country in passing by 400 yards. He won the Heisman. That makes sense. He put up a big year. 38 touchdowns for Caleb Williams. Wait, whoa. Oh, I wasn't sorting. Actually, Caleb had the year. Led the country in passing and touchdowns. Johnny Manziel was right there. Caleb put up like no rushing yards, where Johnny actually put up some rushing yards. Andre Ward put up a ton of rushing yards. So that's kind of what he had, 20 rushing touchdowns. Holy crap. So that's probably why Andre Ward won the Heisman. He had 52 combined touchdowns, only 4 picks. So yeah, he played really freaking well. Running back, Chris Perry. So Ricky Williams went off. 1,800 yards, leads them to a national championship. Touchdowns, Darren McFadden, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles. Receiving yards, Chris Perry, Marcus Allen, Carnell Williams. Receivers, Michael Irvin, 2,110 yards and 20 touchdowns. We're going to look at that in a second, but where he sits in the record book is going to be very, very interesting. Defensively, sacks, Myles Garrett. Tackles, Malik Jefferson. Interceptions, Nate Wiggins, Chris McAllister, Rondé Barber, Antonio Cromartie. Okay, now we'll look at this a little bit more in depth at the end, but keep in mind we can also look at all these guys' career stats. So like right now, Tim Couch leading us, receiving, Michael Irvin, oh my gosh, almost 1,000 over Deebo Samuel. So we'll look at that at the end of the year, or end of the whole sim as well. But let's quickly look at the record book. So Andre Ward ends up with the second best QB season of all time. And if you look at it, it kind of checks out. 4,500 yards. That's huge just for pass yards. Another 800 rushing yards, only 4 picks. 32 passing touchdowns isn't insane, but 20 rushing touchdowns. So he put up a very similar year to Cam Newton. Like, look at Cam had a lot more rushing yards, but like he blew him out of the yard in passing yards. But rushing touchdowns the same. He does win the Heisman as well. So second best year ever at quarterback. Running back, Ricky Williams has a good year, finishes at 14th all time. Receivers, wow, Michael Irvin finishes in 3rd. So really what cost him, he didn't win the Heisman or the Natty. So Devontae is a really tough receiver year to beat because he wins the Heisman, the Natty, and has insane stats, where Michael Irvin wins best receiver, really good stats, debatably better stats, but doesn't win the Heisman, and obviously doesn't win the Natty, where Jamar also won the Natty as well. So that's kind of where we get to there. Best teams, where did Oklahoma? So Oklahoma finished a little bit above Nebraska, but neither of them really in that elite level. Okay, so that kind of ends year 2. Let's go get into year number 3. All right, so here we are at the start of year number 3. We'll look at some stuff in here before we go over to my companion app. So look at the Heisman watch really quick. So we got Jameis Winston at Tennessee, Michael Penix at Washington, Jaden Daniels at Arkansas, Tommy Frazier at University of Virginia. Quickly just rip through the preseason All-Americans in case you guys want to see them. Nebraska, Johnny and Ricky, that is just a nasty duo. Isaac Bruce and Kevin White for Ohio State. Joe Thomas, Ohio State, another one to Ohio State here. Yeah, US. Oh, that's both kickers. Ohio State has a ton of first team All-Americans and a second team here. But yeah, that is where we're looking, what we're looking like. Okay. Now we're going to hop over the companion app and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so hopping over here and we can look at quite a bit of stuff here. So here we're just looking at the top overall players in the country right now. So Herschel Walker, Jameis Winston, Debo, Reggie White, and that's their overalls there. You can see it going down. So who's actually the best quarterbacks? Jameis, Jaden, Johnny, Kyler, running backs, receivers, tight ends. So we can look at that. We can also look at teams. So right now, USC is coming in as the #1 team in the country. They're a 99 overall. Nebraska's only an 88 somehow. Yeah, so USC is clearly the best team on paper, followed by Oklahoma, then Ohio State, Michigan on paper as well. Another thing we can actually look at here is we can look at the best units in the country. So we can look at the best passing game right now, just by our little algorithm that we come up with, is LSU with Debo, Mike Williams, Vernon Davis, Tim Couch throwing the ball with Isaiah Bond, Jameis throwing to Crabtree, Travis Taylor, Kevin Dyson, Wandale Robinson. Iowa State, Joe Burrow, Braylon Edwards, Randall Cobb, Dwayne Jarrett, Zach Ertz. Best running game, Herschel Walker behind that O-line. Chris Johnson, this is his O-line. And then Kijani Carter with that O-line. Here's just the best offensive line rankings. So USC's got the best offensive or second best offensive line, best defensive line, and best front seven. So Aaron Donald, Montez Sweat, Kayvon Thibodeau. They have Ray Malaluga at linebacker as well in behind that. Devontae Wyatt. Oregon, Bosa, Marcel Darius, Rashawn Gary, Jerry Tillery. That's pretty nasty. Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice. The Bucks guys are together with Walter Nolan. Wow, that's a really good D-line too. So, and then here's our best secondaries as well. So that's kind of where we are sitting here, about to head into year number 3. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to hop back over to the game. We're going to sim to the middle of the season, and we'll look at kind of where the stats are sitting. All right, so midway-ish point of the season. Can look at the top 25. So we got Michigan 8-0, Duke 7-0, Utah 7-0, Pitt 7-0. So all undefeated. Then we have Heisman Watch. We can look at this quick. Tim Couch at LSU, Chris Wenke at Michigan. Tommy Frazier and Baker Mayfield are rounding out our Heisman Watch. So we'll hop over to the companion app and we will check on how the stats are all looking right now. So we hop over here, take a look at this. So we can see this season right now, Michigan. So here's our just top 25 once again. Let's look at player stats, though. So stats over here. So Tim Couch, that's career. We'll look at that later. So, okay, Phillip Rivers leading the country in passing. Tim Couch, number 2. Their stats are but look at the rushing stats. So Couch leading the country in passing, basically one of the top touchdown passers, but has 11 rushing touchdowns to go along with it. Kyler also has 11 rushing touchdowns, but look at 12 compared to 26. Tommy Frazier, Andre Ward are right there as well. For running backs, Herschel Walker and Ricky Williams leading the way. Marcus Allen right there as well. Here's our touchdowns, and then receiving yards, we got Cedric Benson. Okay, so Cedric Benson having a big year too. So all these guys looking really good right now. For our receivers, okay, so who was it was Michael Irvin was having the insane start to the career, but we don't see anything from him right now. It's Demaryius Thomas, Charles Rogers, Reggie Wayne, Sonoris Moss. Touchdowns, Demaryius Thomas. So Demaryius is kind of leading the way for receivers right now. Defensively, we got, here's our top Keekleys up there. Laurinaitis, Brian Bosworth. Sacks, Will Anderson, 15 sacks already. Blowing Warren Sapp as a D tackle. That's crazy, but wow. Will Anderson is having a freaking year. Last year he was really good too, so he's going to be in the running for the best defender for sure. Patrick Surtain, Kuechly, 4 interceptions, and he's one of the top tackle getters as well. And then here's forced fumbles. So that's where we're sitting at the midway point. Let's keep simming. We'll sim to the end of the year, and we'll start getting into some of these playoff games. All right, so playoffs about to start here. Let's see who won the Heisman race right here. Baker Mayfield at Clemson wins the Heisman Trophy. Then Kyler Murray, Andre Ward, and Colt McCoy. There we go. We'll look at the All-Americans later. Let's look at the college football bracket really quick. So Texas, USC, Duke, Clemson, Texas Tech, NC State, Georgia State, Oklahoma. Then we got Utah, Nebraska with the byes, and Michigan, Tennessee. So we are going to sim through this week. We're going to sim to the next week, and then we'll watch 3 games. So we'll watch one in the quarters, semis, and then we'll watch the final as well. Okay, so let's go look at the bracket. We got Texas, Utah, Duke, Nebraska, Texas Tech, Michigan, Oklahoma, Tennessee. So we're going to bring up our companion app here, and we'll just be able to check out the rosters and look at our matchups. So if we come over here, teams, and so we got Nebraska, Duke. Who's on Duke? Because I really like watching Nebraska. Geno Smith, Marvin Harrison Jr., Ted Ginn. Okay, that's a cool matchup. Looked like Etienne. Who's on Tennessee again? Jameis. Okay, we might have to watch Tennessee. Jameis and Crabtree versus Oklahoma. Andre Ware, who we have watched already as well. Michigan, Wanky, Billy Sims, Matt Jones, Adrian Peterson. Wow, AP isn't even their starting running back against Texas Tech. Earl Thomas, Andre Ware. Oh my gosh, Tom Brady, Andre Johnson, Justin Hunter. That Tech team looks good. Utah, Kyler, Ronnie Lott, George Pickens versus Texas, Darrell Green. Man, I don't know who to watch here. I think I can't. You know what? Tom Brady, Andre Johnson, Justin Hunter, and they were playing Michigan. That's a pretty good matchup. Man, I don't know who to watch. There's a lot of good matchups here. Honestly, this matchup, Saquon, Kyler, Pickens against who's on Texas again? Calvin, Drake May, Marcus Allen. You know what? This game's good. Utah, Texas, and we haven't watched either of these teams yet. So let's hop back in. We'll watch Utah, Texas this week. Okay, so 89 for Utah. Texas is coming in at a 92. Okay, so we're going to sim through the first quarter here. Here we go. Texas jumps out 7 rip, 10 rip Texas, okay? So let's keep going here. Jump to next play. We got a 55-yard punt for Utah. Penalty, first 12-yard reception. Calvin Ridley, Drake May, right? Drake May is their quarterback. Marcus Allen, okay. Man, that's a pretty good offense. Drake May, Marcus Allen, Calvin Ridley. I'm sure they got 1 or 2 other good receivers as well. So Drake May and shotgun here, trying to keep expanding on this lead. Big third down, bring a motion guy over. May steps up, fires that underneath, broken tackle, but that is going to be well short of the first down. They're going to have to punt that football, okay? So Utah's ball now. Saquon for 2. -2 for Saquon. We got a third down for Utah now. So let's take a look at this. So this is going to be a pass situation for sure. That's Kyler Murray and Saquon in the backfield together. That's pretty nasty for Utah. Let's see what Kyler can do. Drops back. Plenty of time. Going to take a shot. Wow, that's a huge throw. What a throw by Kyler to a auto-gen player, but wow, what a throw by Kyler Murray. Huge strike on third down. Now Utah has a shot. That's another 14-yard catch, incomplete pass, 3-yard rush. We got a 3rd and 7 for Kyler. Even if Utah, get a field goal here and you're happy, but you obviously want to punch us in. We got empty. Kyler in shotgun, drops back. Plenty of time again. He's going to tuck it, try to get away, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. Kyler slides down inside the 5, and Kyler is one of the most dynamic, college players we've ever seen. And we get a big taste of it right there. 1st and goal, but that's a huge sack. And then 2-yard rush. So we have a big 3rd and goal here. Let's see if Kyler has any more magic to show us here. Trips to the top of the screen. Saquon and Kyler in shotgun. Drops back. Pressure. End zone. Oh, met at the catch point. Dion Buchanan at the catch point knocks that away. So that's going to be definitely held to a field goal for Utah. Yeah, kick it and it's good. Let's see if Texas can answer. They have a 3rd down. They're going to have to punt. Utah football, 2nd and 13, 2nd and 23, 3rd and 23. They punt. Texas football, 2nd and 8. Okay, here's a 3rd and 8 for Drake May. Marvin Jones is another one of his receivers. Let's see if Drake can make something happen here. Shotgun. Drops back. Plenty of time. I thought he was going to the drag. Instead, he goes to the tight end. Big hit over the middle, but that's a really nice catch by the tight end. He holds on, and yeah, Texas is moving. Nice play by Drake. 2nd and 4. Okay. Pass knocked down. Okay, we got a 3rd and 4 here. Or maybe in field goal range, depending how good their kicker is. Drake in shotgun. Let's see what he can do. Hand this ball off. Wow. Oh, that is a nasty spin. Marcus Allen. 13-yard run. Huge run by Marcus. 2nd and 1. 1st and goal. 2nd and goal from the 3. Okay, we'll watch the rest of this. See if they can punch it in here. Utah, no timeouts, but depending how the end of this half goes, they might have a little bit of time to try to go. Oh, little bubble screen. Walks into the end zone. Perfect play call from Texas. That's Calvin Ridley in for the score. Drake May, big drive right there. Okay, we are going to, we'll sim through the rest of this quarter. Utah's not going to have much time yet. So it's 17-3 for Texas. Sim through the rest of this quarter, 24-6, 31-6. Okay, so that's going to probably do it. We're going to sim through the rest of this quarter. We'll sim to the end of the game unless Utah goes on a run. 31-13. Okay, 31-20. Okay, we'll slow it down a little bit. What do we got? We got Utah football, Bennett, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 7. Okay, so this is the game right here, this drive. If they can score, they have a bit of a shot still, and this would be a huge comeback. Kyler drops back. Time. Finds the guy. Wow, wide open. Breaks a tackle. Is that Bennett again? Breaks another tackle. Oh my gosh, is that Martellus Bennett again? He looks massive. That is Kyler Murray on 3rd down, and Utah scrapes and crawls back into this one. Bennett breaks 2 tackles up the sideline. Kyler finds him wide open. Boom. Spins off one guy, just shrugs off another tackler, and he is gone. Okay. Yeah, they're right back in it. 2-point conversion. They fail. Okay, so they're down 5 now. Kickoff. So 4-yard run by Allen. 4-yard reception. That's going to be a 1st down. I don't know how that math works. Oh, no. Was that an interception? I don't know what just happened there. Something in the Super Sim looked weird, but somehow Texas got the ball back. Or Utah got the ball back inside the 30. They have a chance to go and score here and take the lead with 2 minutes left. Hand this off to Saquon, though, and that was going absolutely nowhere. Okay, we're gonna jump ahead a little bit. So next play, incomplete, 3rd and 13. Okay, we're gonna go just one play. Come on. Oh, they scored. Man, sometimes the Super Sim is hard to control, but wow, they score somehow. Utah takes the lead. They're up 3 now. Drake May is trying to lead a drive here. Let's hop in and watch. 3rd and 4. This would be an insane comeback by Utah. I was super simming to I think it was like 31-3 or something like that. Drake May tucks and runs. Oh, he's got a ton of room. Drake May, huge run right there. I mean, Texas, that's a 20-yard scamper by May. Texas can erase all of this with, going down and scoring. But Crazy game here. Okay, Drake May directing traffic. A little slant over the middle. That's Calvin Ridley. So, yeah, I mean, Utah might have just used all of the momentum, all of their energy to try to claw back into this, and then Texas could just end it all right here. Motion, little orbit motion coming across. Fire that out. Nice tackle by Utah. Drake May's got four. Oh, that's Matthew Golden they have as well. Drake May's got 4 touchdown passes, but they are losing. 2nd and 11, minute left. 2 timeouts for each team. Drake May, ton of time. Little out route. Nice throw right there by May. May's played great. 1 interception, but I mean, this has been a crazy game. 4-man rush, or no, it could be a 5-man front here for Utah. Let's see if they bring a bit of pressure. No. Going a little out route. Marcus Allen on the out route. That puts Drake May over 100 yards. Here we go. Okay, so Texas is going to use a timeout here. 34-31. 49 seconds left. 2nd and 2. Hands it off. Wow, that's a huge tackle by Utah. Clock is moving. 44 seconds left. Drake May hurrying to the line. Got to pick up the first down. Oh, pressure right over the middle. Oh, that's a huge hit in the end zone, and this is it. Oh, right. I guess I forgot that they could kick a field goal. Right. Okay, I was thinking they had to go for the win, but yeah, this is to tie it. I'm assuming they're going to make it. Yep, they drill it. Wow. Okay, so Drake May goes to the end zone, not able to complete it. Looks like we're heading to OT unless Kyler can get something crazy going here. 2-yard rush. Yeah, they're just going to take it to OT. Okay, overtime. 1-yard rush by Kareem Hunt. 1-yard rush, Kareem Hunt. So they got Saquon and Kareem Hunt. Okay, let's watch this play for Utah. Utah Utes, Kyler, gun, 2x2 spread, drops back, plenty of time, gonna tuck it on the run. Oh, but he's short. He came back for the football. That's George Pickens. I'm assuming they're gonna kick the field goal here. Yeah, 32-yard field goal is good. Okay, so now Texas has to answer minus 2-yard run. 2-yard run. We got 3rd and 6 for Drake May. Drake maybe trips to the top of the screen. Let's see what he can do. Fake handoff. Pressure right in his face. Utah with the huge sack. It isn't over, but this is... Oh, they can... I keep forgetting about field goals. Field goals are lame. And they're going to ice the kicker, though. It's not an easy field goal. Not like a chip shot. We'll see. Let's go. Kick is up. We got Solomo on the kick. Off the upright. Off the upright. And Utah advances. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy game. Okay, what a game. Drake May played really good when we were watching, and just overall. Kyler, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 400 yards. He had no rushing yards. Saquon was kind of corralled. George Pickens and Martellus Bennett were both really good for Utah. Calvin Ridley, 110. Marcus Allen played decent, but yeah, neither team really ran the ball. It was kind of a throw all over the yard. Huge comeback by Utah. Wow, what a game. Okay, so let's look at the bracket here. We have Utah, Nebraska, Michigan, Tennessee. These are the top 4 teams in the country. Okay, so let's go look at our companion app, and we'll look at kind of some of the rosters. Okay, so Nebraska, Utah. So we already know they have Kyler, those guys. Johnny Manziel, Devontae, Ricky Williams. Then Tennessee has Jameis Crabtree. Who's on Michigan again? Okay, yeah, let's watch, because we haven't watched either Tennessee or Michigan. So we're going to watch that game. That last game we just went through kind of took long with OT and stuff. So we'll kind of probably just sim to the 4th quarter, maybe a little bit into the 2nd quarter. But we're going to go through this game a little quicker. Okay, Tennessee, Michigan, natty appearance on the line, 91 versus 87 overall. Okay, we're going to sim to the second quarter, and then we'll just see. So, quick 3-0, quick 10-0 for Michigan, 10-7. Okay, let's keep going. Jump to next play. 4th and 5, gonna punt. 3rd and 5, gonna punt. 2nd and 3rd and 2, gonna punt. So we're seeing a lot of punt. 3rd and 9. Is that an interception? 20-yard run, okay. 1st and 10. Okay, so Tennessee, we'll watch this 3rd down. So Tennessee finally getting a bit of a drive going. I think they have Jameis, right? Jameis at quarterback. Let's see what he can do. Drops back. Famous Jameis, little out route, and he gets out of bounds for the 1st down. Big throw right there. That's Kevin Dyson with the reception. Incomplete. Another 3rd down. Okay, we'll watch this for Jameis. 3rd and 10 right here. Close game. 4:59 left in the second quarter. See what Jameis has got. Little out route to the tight end. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Jameis has freaking 60 yards passing. So Michigan's doing a good job of corralling this Tennessee offense so far. Punt for a touchback. 3rd and 6. 22-yard reception by Matt Jones. Oh, what happened there? Okay, there was a turnover. Tennessee's got it inside the 10-yard line. They got Rashard Mendenhall as one of their running backs. Okay, Jameis. Let's see if Jameis can make a play. Bring motion over. Fake the jet sweep. Ooh, Mendenhall, hard run. It looked like he might have had a little bit of room if he would have cut it up a little bit, but there we go. Falls forward for a few. Okay, we got 3rd and goal, 6 yards out. Let's see what Tennessee can do here. Oh, I missed the 3rd down. Okay, so we got a field goal here to tie it. Then Michigan's going to get the ball. A lot of time for Michigan to go try and put some points on the board. Drill that through. Okay, let's see here. 4-yard rush. 3rd and 6. Okay, we haven't watched any Michigan. We're just going to watch this here. Oh my gosh, it keeps messing up where the Super Sim is acting weird for me right now. I keep thinking I'm catching the 3rd downs. Okay, so Tennessee ball. We're going to kind of sim through this unless they get something going. Pass drop, 2nd and 10. 3rd and 18. 4th and 19 and a punt. Michigan ball, 15 yards. 3-yard run. 23 yards. Okay, that's going to be it. Okay, we're going to sim to the 4th quarter now. So Michigan gets a field goal at the end of the half. We're going to sim through the 3rd, 20-10, 20-17, 27-17, 27-20. So we got a close game in the 4th here. Winky, 3rd and 9. Okay, we haven't watched any Michigan really. Let's watch this. Okay, we got it actually on a 3rd down here. So Winky and shotgun drops back. Got a bit of a blitz. Yeah, that's just, you're 3rd and 9. You're throwing a 1-yard route to Mark Bavaro. Don't love that. Okay. Tennessee football, 4-yard reception, Mendenhall, 3-yard run. We got a 3rd and 3 right here. 4th and inches, 44-yard punt. I don't really love that punt by Tennessee. 24-yard reception, 3-yard run by Billy Sims. 3rd and 6 for Michigan. We'll watch this. So Michigan bunched to the bottom of the screen. Tennessee needs a stop. This is probably just outside of field goal range, depending how good their kicker is. Ooh, but they get the screen. Oh, broken tackle by Billy Sims, and he gets out of bounds with the 1st down. That is massive. That's going to put Michigan for sure in scoring position. And there's a 20-yard pass down inside the 10-yard line. 3 yards. Okay, we got 2nd and goal. Let's watch from here. See if Michigan can punch this in. Tennessee really needs a stop here. About 5 minutes left in the game. 4th quarter. Matt Jones motioning into the backfield. Option. Oh, they're lucky Winky didn't try to pitch that. That might have been some serious issues there. Okay, we're going to go one play, incomplete pass, 4th and goal. They are going to kick that field goal. It is good. So Tennessee is down 10. Jameis Winston needs to get something going here, or it is going to be over. 3rd and 7, 4th and 3. They pick it up, 4-yard run. They're really just getting no big plays. Oh, there we go. Right on cue, 35-yard run. Tennessee penalty, unnecessary roughness against the defense. Okay, so Tennessee 1st and goal from the 10. There's a sack, so they're back to the 16. Okay, we got 3rd and goal from the 15. We're going to watch this. Tennessee definitely can kick a field goal, cut it back down to 7. You still have 3 timeouts if you're Tennessee. We're going to blitz. Jameis! Oh my gosh. Michael Crabtree. He could have walked into the end zone. I cannot believe he dropped that. Jameis got hit as he threw, delivered an absolute strike. They do hit the field goal, but that is just awful. Okay. 12-yard run by Adrian Peterson. 2 yards by AP. Okay, 3rd and 10. This is the game right here. Tennessee is out of timeout, so I get Michigan's probably just going to run the ball here, try to waste all of the clock. Motion a guy over. Yeah, it makes sense to run there. Oh. If you get him out of bounds, I think he stayed in bounds. Wow, that is perfect for Michigan. That is probably going to do it unless Tennessee can do something crazy here. Okay, so they got 40 seconds. 2nd and 10. Yeah, that's going to be it. We're just going to sim. Yeah. Okay. So Michigan holds on and they book their ticket to the national championship. There we go. In season number 3, Michigan going to the Natty. Okay, we are going to sim through this week and then we'll see who Michigan is playing. Okay, so let's see this final matchup. The bracket, it is Nebraska and Michigan. So that's Johnny Manziel and Ricky Williams. Did Nebraska win one already? This might be I'm gonna look at my app really quick because I think this might be Michigan or Nebraska going for 2 in a row, right? Didn't they win last year? How do I check that? We can go since 2026. Yeah, they won it last year. So Nebraska's going for back-to-back chips here. Wow. Okay, let's hop into this one. Okay, so 91 versus 87. Michigan is better on paper, but I think this Nebraska team is nasty. They have Devontae Adams too. I think they have Travis Kelce. Yeah, like this team's freaking gross for Nebraska. Trying to go back to back. Let's see. Okay, gonna sim through the first quarter. We got 3-0 Nebraska, 7-3, 10-7. Wow, that is a high-scoring first quarter. Going back and forth, scoring a ton of points. Let's keep going. 3rd and 9 right here. No, 4th and 9. Okay. Johnny gets stopped. Michigan football now. 4-yard run. 0 yards. Okay, we got 3rd and 6 for Michigan. Let's see what they can do. College football national championship. Michigan, Nebraska. Winky in at quarterback. They're bringing a pressure. Wow, great throw. Held in. They were able to block up the blitz. They hit Mark Bavaro, big tight end over the middle. This Michigan team, they're solid though. I like Nebraska, but this Michigan team, they look pretty good. Okay, another 3rd down. Let's see if Winky can make another play. Definitely in field goal range. Could put this up to a 7-point lead, but obviously they want to punch this in right here. Winky, pressure again, steps in to the throw. Matt Jones, I believe, over the middle. Winky, yeah. Wow, stood in the pocket. That was a heavy blitz, and he did not give a shit. 25-yard strike. Okay, Johnny football has to answer back now. 21-10. Let's see what Johnny's got. Start with a Christian Kirks for 17. Gallup for 9. 3-yard run. 1-yard run. And 2-yard run. Okay, so big 3rd down here for Nebraska. Not quite in field goal range here. To me, this is you go for it on 4 downs unless you take a sack or something here. Too close to punt. Ooh, they're going to hand it off to their backup running back. That's not even Ricky Williams. I don't know. Ricky might be hurt because that guy's got 9 carries. If Ricky's hurt, that... Okay, so they punt and they get a touchback. Michigan ball, 15-yard reception, 2-yard run. We got 3rd and 6, and they don't convert. Punt that away. Let's see what Johnny can do. 2-yard run. Yeah, so I think Ricky Williams is injured. That really hurts Nebraska. We remember last year on that run, I think he had back-to-back like 170-yard games in the 2 games we watched, the semifinal and the Natty last year for Ricky. Okay, Johnny, check down. Nice. Good job. Hang in the pocket. Lots of room to run there. Johnny's only got 94 yards passing, so he is going to have to step it up without his backfield mate. We got 3rd and 8 here for Johnny. 11 to Gallup, so he converts. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 9. Big play here. Field goal is nice, but, you know, you want to punch this in if you're Johnny Manziel. You have a lot of weapons to throw to. Drops back, bit of pressure. He can take off. He throws it in the curl and he drops it. Looked like Johnny could have taken off and gotten that possibly. The curl was open, but the guy's able to step in, break it up. Michigan up 8 here. Big throw. And then we have a 3rd and 10 at about midfield, it looks like. Yeah, on the 40. So out of field goal range, but you can't let them get any yards if you're Nebraska. You have to be super stout right here. Little fake handoff. He rolls right into the sack. Huge sack there for Nebraska. Now they're actually going to get a bit of the ball back with a bit of time here, depending what they can make happen. 1.5 minutes left. Touchback. Johnny to Devontae Adams for 12. 2-yard run. 3rd and 6. 4th and 5. Okay, so we are going to sim now to the 4th quarter. That'll take us, to the 4th quarter here. Wait a second. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's go next quarter. So that's going to take us to half. 21-13 Michigan lead. Let's go to the 4th. Still 21-13. Still 21. Okay, 21-19. So Nebraska is able to get a late score at the end of the 3rd quarter, but Michigan football, and they are driving. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal. Huge play here. Either you hold them to 3 and it's a 5-point game, or they go up 2 scores. Play of the game so far right here. Jet motion. Winky's going to keep it, but he's going to be about 2 yards short. Not able to fall in there. Michigan holds them. 20-yard field goal is good. Nebraska's down 5. Stuck 5 here. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. And Nebraska picks it up. But they take a penalty. 2nd and 13. Big face mask there on Michigan. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 18. Okay, 3rd and 18. Nebraska, you have 6 minutes. You definitely want to score here. You do have time even if you don't, but hit as he throws. Another bad drop. Christian Kirk hit him right in the freaking hands. Hate when that happens. And now Michigan gets the ball back. 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 8, sorry. 3rd and 7. Okay, huge play. 3rd and 7, 5 minutes left. Michigan up 5 in the national championship on their 24-yard line. Winky over the middle. He dropped it. I was going to say huge catch. Took the hit, but he ends up dropping it. And Nebraska is still alive. Michigan's going to have to punt. Not a great punt. Nebraska has this at about midfield. 3rd and 2. 0. Oh my gosh. They're going for this, right? 4th and 2. Yeah, they're going. Okay. Empty. Johnny football. Stuck 5. Gonna do a little bit of a motion here. Blitz coming off the edge. He's short and he dropped it. It doesn't matter. Wow, I don't love that throw from Johnny. You gotta throw past the sticks on 4th down. 2nd and 6 here. 3rd and 3. 4th and 2. I'm guessing Michigan's gonna punt this. Yeah, touchback. Okay, so this is it for Johnny, basically. And they start with an 18-yard throw to Christian Kirk. Then they get an 8-yard throw to Gallup. 1 yards to Devontae. Okay, we got 3rd and inches here. Okay, there's going to be 2-minute warning, then 3rd and inches. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, trips to the bottom. This is right around where they got stopped on 4th down. They're going to do a little rollout with Johnny. You just got to, tuck it and run. Johnny Manziel, he's got blocking. If he would have snuck out to the sideline, it looked like he maybe could have kept going, but that's a huge run by Johnny Manziel. Michigan does have 3 timeouts if Nebraska is able to score. Nebraska's got 2. They're going to fake the handoff, little pop pass over the middle. Nice throw right there. So Johnny, he hasn't had a great day, but he's cooking on this drive. Minute 42 left. Directing traffic. No Ricky Williams for Nebraska. Blitz coming off the out. I thought that guy might drive on that and pick it. Gallup was the intended receiver. 3rd and 2, minute 35. National championship on the line. Johnny Manziel gonna motion a guy into the backfield. Little bubble screen. Huge tackle. That's Devontae Adams on the edge, and this is it. Another 4th and inches. They had got stopped in this same spot last drive. Ton of time. Boom! Oh my gosh, what a hit! Tua Fry. Great throw by Johnny. But that is just, what a hit. He would have been down inside the 10, and now Nebraska has 1 timeout. I don't even think they can get the ball back. 3rd and 6. And that's it. That's going to do it. Michigan wins the national championship. That hit was the difference. If he holds on, they have over a minute left down inside the 10-yard line. What a hit. Very good game. Wasn't Manziel's best. Honestly, neither offense. They were really good in the first quarter and then both kind of slowed down. They had no running game really. Devontae was decent. Jones and Bavaro were both great. Yeah, Winky played good. 321 and 3 scores. But yeah, I think not having Ricky Williams really cost Nebraska in this one. Tried to go back to back, but what made them so deadly was Ricky and Johnny together. And then like Devontae and all the weapons on the outside. So not having that really cost them. Michigan wins the Natty. Okay, really quick here. Just going to look at the kind of year-end stuff. So we already saw the Heisman. Now, we'll quickly look at All-Americans for this year. Baker, Ricky, so yeah, and they didn't have them. Marcus Allen, Charles Rogers, Sonoris. There we go. That's where we're sitting. Second team, Kyler. There we go. So yeah, that's what everyone's looking like. Yeah, let's go look at our companion app and check on the stats and see how everyone did. Okay, so we will look at players here first, just for this season. Quarterback stats. Okay, yeah, this season, start with QBs. Led the country in passing. Tom Brady at Texas Tech, 5,000 yards. Andre Ward was right there as well. Tim Couch, Phillip Rivers. Passing touchdown. Troy Smith, 51 passing touchdowns. Colt McCoy had 41 and 17, though. That's crazy right there. Rushing yards, Kyler and Colt McCoy. Jaden Daniels, Baker. Rush TDs, Kyler Murray, 24 on the ground. So he was incredible for Utah this year. Running backs, Ricky Williams, 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns. Saquon Herschel, most touchdowns. Ricky, receiving yards. Ricky was second in receiving yards as well. So Ricky was an absolute killer, and they didn't have him for the Natty. Charles Rogers, Andre Johnson, Sonoris Moss. Touchdowns, we got Demarius Thomas with 19, 18 for Debo. Look at defense. Tackles, we got Eric Kendricks and Roquan Smith for Tennessee. Led the country in tackles together. Sacks, Will Anderson kept it up with 20 sacks. He's got 30 sacks in the last 2 seasons. Holy crap. NC State, and he had 34 TFLs. Nate Wiggins, Jimmy Smith both had 8. Okay, let's look at the record book quickly. Baker climbed to the second best season we've had. 34 touchdowns, 4,400 yards, 16 rushing touchdowns really helped. 800 yards on the ground as well. So great year for Baker Mayfield. He wins the Heisman, comes in as our third best season. Running backs, Ricky's had back-to-back really good years. Nothing to actually climb into this upper echelon, though. To get in the upper echelon, you got to get 2,400 yards with, mid to high 20 rushing touchdowns as well, which is really hard to do. Receiving yards, yeah, Michael Irvin had 2 really good years, and then he might have left college football or something. I don't know. I don't think he played this year. He either got injured or he left early, but he's only a sophomore. Yeah, so he must have been injured the whole year because he did not record a stat this year after having unbelievable first few years. And then we can quickly look at best teams. Did any? Yeah, no. All 3 of our natties have finished really close together. None of these teams have really hit that upper echelon. So that's going to end year number 3. We're going to get into year number 4, and that'll be the last year in the sim. Okay, here we are at the start of the last season of the sim. So we'll quickly look at the preseason top 25. So we got Michigan defending national champs at number 1, USC, Oklahoma. Make our way down. Then we'll look at the Heisman watch really quick. Now, keep in mind on some of these teams, some guys would have left for the draft early. I know Tim Tebow left. There was a few guys I seen left early. So I think we still have 800 real life players out of 1,000 who are still here, though. So we have a ton of guys still around. Quickly look at preseason All-Americans. Winky, Billy Sims, McCaffrey, Sterling. Wow, Clemson. A few guys there. Yeah, so that's where we're sitting for first team, second team. Matt Jones, there we go. USC, couple in the middle. USC, couple in the secondary. So that is where we're at. We're going to go hop over to the companion app really quick. Look at the rest of the preseason stuff. So hopping in over here. So this is just the best overall players. So Christian McCaffrey and Vinny Testaverde ended up as our 299 overalls by the end of the sim. Chris Johnson. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are sitting with overalls. No stats to look at really right here, but we can look at the teams preseason. So once again, that's the top 25. And let's look at some position groups. So here's kind of all of the position groups. So who's actually the best graded team? Oklahoma, Clemson, Ohio State, USC. Best defenses right here, A+. Best offenses. Let's say you look at units. So best passing game in the country right now, Vinny Testaverde. Wow, that is some speed. Henry Ruggs and Deshaun Jackson with Jaden Reed, Harold Fannin at tight end. Duke, Geno Smith with Marvin Harrison Jr., Eric Ebron, Ted Ginn Jr. That is pretty nasty too. Clemson, DJ Moore, Sterling Sharp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Benjamin Watson, and Baker Mayfield. We have not seen much of Clemson, but that is a nasty passing game. Best running game, we got Iowa offensive line. Iowa's always got a nasty offensive line with Chris Johnson, CJ2K. Has he done anything so far? Back-to-back right around 1,000 yards years, but we'll see if he can pick it up this year. Ron Dane behind Georgia's offensive line, and then Minnesota has Todd Gurley behind that offensive line. Here are just the best offensive line ratings. Best defensive line, we got Oregon, Marcel Darius, Bosa, Rashawn Gary, Jerry Tillery. Oklahoma, pretty nasty. USC, pretty nasty. Front seven, Oregon once again. So Oregon looking like they're going to dominate up front. Oklahoma and USC. So that all kind of lines up. So the linebackers aren't making a huge difference there. Mississippi State, best secondary led by Patrick Peterson, William Jackson, and Roy Williams. Notre Dame with D Hall. Wow, D'Angelo Hall and Darrell Revis as your 2 corners is disgusting. Rutgers, Mike Hughes, Xavier Howard, Marcus Williams. So that is where we're sitting. We're going to keep going. Just same thing. We're going to sim to the midway point, look at the stats, and we'll sim to the end of we'll sim to the college football playoff and watch 3 games. Okay, week 9. Let's look top 25. What are our ratings looking like? Michigan, so undefeated after winning the Natty last year. There's the rest of the top 25. What is my Alabama record? The team I drafted, 2-5. So apparently I did not draft a good team. I thought it was good, but yeah, they have not turned out great. Heisman watch, Winky again at Michigan, Jaden Daniels. This is actually an auto-gen guy, and then Colt McCoy. There we go. Let's hop over to our companion app. So let's go. So going to our companion app, we can see the top 25 once again. Let's look at players now, though, and let's look at how some of the stats are looking so far. So we have stats, quarterback Brady, 4,900 yards already? No, that's... Oh, I was looking at the wrong season. Okay, so here we go. Here's passing yards. Donovan McNabb, 2,700 yards. Joe Burrow, haven't heard. Oh, and Peyton Manning. We haven't really seen anything from those three. Touchdowns. Deshaun Watson has 25 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That is pretty wild. Rush yards, Winky for wow, he's got 15 rushing or passing, 12 rushing touchdowns. Jaden, 18 and 11. Holy crap. Jaden Daniels is playing amazingly well also. Okay, running backs. Billy Sims at Michigan leading the country in rushing. At 10 yards a carry also. Holy crap. Eddie George and Todd. We got 4 guys there tied with the most amount of rushing TDs. Receiving TDs, Trent Richardson, Christian McCaffrey, Ronnie Brown. Receivers, Anthony Miller leading the way at Penn State. Touchdowns, Jordan Matthews, Sterling Sharp, Mike Williams, DMT, Demaryius Thomas. Defense, tackles, we got Edrin Cooper, Alec Ogletree, Sean Lee, sacks, Hugh Douglas, Bud Dupree, Javon Curse. What about our buddy Will Anderson? He fell off a bit. He might have left actually for the draft too. TFLs, Derek Harvey. INTs, we got Derwin James at Florida. So that is where we're sitting right now, guys. We're going to keep simming to the playoff, and we'll pick it up there. Okay, so end of the year Heisman Trophy goes to Chris Wanky. I cannot pronounce this guy's name. At Michigan, though. So Michigan wins the Natty. Now they have the Heisman winner. Are they still... Ooh, they dropped down to 3, but 12-1. So they're right in the mix. There's the rest of the top 25. Let's look at the Heisman race and just see who. So that auto gen guy, 2,000 receiving yards, 24 touchdowns at Boise State. My goodness. Then Dak Prescott and Jaden Daniels. Okay. Then let's look at the college football bracket. Memphis, Michigan State, Colorado, Utah, Boise State, TCU, South Carolina, Texas, Ohio State, Pitt, Michigan, and Florida get the buys. So we are going to sim through this first week. Then we will check out our matchups and, pick a game to watch. All right, so let's look at the bracket. Michigan State, Ohio State, Utah, Pitt, TCU, Michigan, Texas, Florida. Okay, let's go look at the companion app so we can look at the rosters. Okay, so we got Pitt versus Utah. Who's on Pitt? Colt McCoy, Devin Thomas, Antonio Brown. Okay, that's not a bad team. Fred Davis. They lost Devontae Smith and Sean Merriman. And they're playing Utah. We've already watched a few Utah games. Did they lose Kyler? Oh, and they lost Kyler. Florida. Okay, they got their full roster. Who's their QB? Derwin. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, this Florida team, Ray Rice, Derwin, David Boston. Okay, that's not bad. Florida's playing Texas. Who's Texas again? They have Drake May, right? Yeah, Drake May. Michigan playing TCU. TCU's got Jalen Hurts, who just had a really good year. They lost Kendall Wright. Still have Marquise Lee and Tim Brown. Okay. Ohio State, Joe Thomas, Isaac Riquet. We watched some of them a few years ago. Michigan State has everyone. Terry McLaurin, Chad Johnson, Justin Fields, Trey Harris. That's a fun offense. TCU, Texas, Florida, Utah, Pitt. So that's kind of all our matchups, I think, right? Did we look at, yeah, Texas, Florida. Who's Florida again? Okay, who have we not watched? We haven't watched Pittsburgh, but we've watched Utah. We haven't watched Florida, but we watched Texas. We've watched Michigan. We watched Ohio State. So we've watched at least half of the matchup before in every game. So that doesn't really help us. So you know what? Actually, Florida. You know what? Let's watch Florida, Texas. I think that's a good matchup. 2-7. Get to watch Trevor Lawrence lead the Gators. Okay, here we go. 89 versus 94. So Sim really likes Texas. Okay, a couple of SEC teams playing in the Cardinals Stadium. Let's go. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter. Then we will jump in. Here we go. Okay, 7-7 after one. Let's keep simming through. Oh, okay, we got a red zone right here. 17-yard catch by Matthew Golden from Drake May. May trying to punch this in, take a 14-7 lead over the Gators. Let's see what May's got. Going to hand this off. I think they have Marshall Faulk at running back. Robert Smith. I thought they had Marshall Faulk. They might have two. But we will watch this next play. 2nd and goal. Drake May. Little pistol action. Fakes the handoff. May's going to keep it. Oh my gosh. He got absolutely popped there. Goes for 0 yards. We got 3rd and goal here. I don't think Texas is going to want May to take that type of shot again. Yeah, they're going to hand this ball off, and Florida's D-line absolutely just bundles up the Texas run game. They have no shot there. Okay, we are going to keep going here. So they kick a field goal, 10-7, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 8 for Florida. So watch Florida, Trevor Lawrence. What do you got for us, Trevor? He's got a good group of receivers. I think, was this one the team with Ray Rice at running back? He looks small, whoever's beside him. A little orbit motion coming around. Lawrence, pressure hit as he throws, and he's going down. Tried to hold that football, take a shot down the field, and he takes a big hit instead. So, gonna have to punt. Texas football. And 1 yard run. They got a 3rd and 6 here. Incomplete. Texas is going to have to punt. That's a touchback. Florida football starts off with a penalty. Don't want that. 2nd and 14. 3rd and 13. Okay, let's see if Trevor Lawrence can make something happen. So we got trips to the top of the screen. Empty look. Tight end in line at the bottom. Going to do a little tight end screen, and Lawrence kind of rushes that throw. And that's Noah Fant at tight end. Good tight end, but not able to find him. Going to have to punt the ball back to Texas. They start out with a 13-yard throw, 2-yard run, 3rd and 6. Okay, we'll see what Drake May can do on 3rd and 6 here. Calvin Ridley, Matthew Golden, Robert Smith at running back. Little motion over. Drake May drops back. Time. Checks that down. Nice tackle. Maybe in field goal range. That's a really good open field tackle by the Gators, though. 28-yard punt. Wow. So they do punt, but they're able to get him inside the 5-yard line. So the punt ends up being really good. 1 yard run by Ray Rice. There we go. Florida finally gets going. 27 yards by Ray. 3 yards by Ray. -1 by Ray. Okay, so they're really riding Ray Rice here, but now this is going to be Trevor Lawrence time. 3rd and 8. You've got to make a play here, Trevor. Drop back, 4-man rush. He has a lot of time. He gets hit as he throws again. Ball kind of gets popped up, but somehow the receiver holds on. Is that David Boston? Big David Boston went to Ohio State in real life. Goes up and gets it for 28. I thought that ball was kind of fluttering up in the air. But, and then he goes to David Boston again for 28 yards. So back-to-back huge play. Okay, I guess that was a touchdown. I don't know. The Super Sim can be weird sometimes. But Florida able to punch that in. 3rd and 8. Lawrence makes the play of the game so far. So it was a 37-yard rush by Ladarius Cleveland. So definitely an auto jump player. Okay, so Texas has a bit of time here. 140 left. Ooh, but start out with a sack, 2nd and 18. Then they get 15 back to make it 3rd and 3. Offside against the defense. Texas is going to keep going. 8-yard reception. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 12. So probably, they'll try to make a play here. If not, punt it away, and that'll probably take us to halftime. So Drake May drops back, rolls out of the pocket. Ooh, that's a nice throw. He came back too far to the football. I don't think you can risk going for that here. That's actually a really nice play by May to roll out of the pocket, find someone down the field. Yeah, they're just going to punt. So we are going to jump ahead. We're going to jump to the 4th quarter now. So 14-10 at the half. 17-14, 21-17, 28-17. So Florida, a bit of a commanding lead actually now. Let's see what we got. So interception, D.D. Sanford picks off Texas and Drake May. Florida trying to go take a really commanding lead here to start the 4th quarter. They got a 3rd down in field goal range. So if you're Trevor Lawrence, you don't want to get too aggressive here. You're up 11. You got to snap the football. Going to hand it off. Get downhill. Ooh, he's going to be about a half-yard short. That is a big stop by Texas. Probably just going to have to kick a field goal, I'd imagine. No, they go for it, and they pick it up. Then a 13-yard catch. Rod Gardner from Trevor Lawrence. Then incomplete. And then 11-yard touchdown pass. Ray Rice. And that might do it here. We're going to sim ahead pretty quick unless Texas can get something going here. 20. Oh. What was this? Field goal is good. So, okay. 27-35. 8-point game. Florida football. 3rd and 4. Okay, this is the game right here. Texas still has a timeout. If they get a stop, they're going to get the ball back with 1.5 minutes left. If they don't, game over. Florida will be advancing to the semifinals. Trevor Lawrence, formation shift, gonna hand that ball up. Ooh, fakes it to Ray Rice. Texas gets right in the backfield. Huge TFL on Trevor Lawrence, and Texas is still alive. I thought this was over, but they're staying alive. Down 8. That's a really good punt. Gets it down to the 8-yard line. Minute 22. Starts with a 0-yard rush. Okay, 2-yard rush. So Texas hasn't been able to get anything going. They're down to 37 seconds left. They're going empty here. Drake May directing traffic. You're going to have to hit a big play here. Can't check that down. Yeah, no, that's not going to do it. You're going to have to hurry to the line here. And that will basically end this thing here unless obviously something insane happens. And yeah, Florida looks like they're advancing. Drake May could be last play of the game. Throws it in there. But yeah, this is going to be a little too late. Unless, they can hit basically a Hail Mary within the next 2 plays. 10, 9, 8. Snap it, Drake. Okay, you got to take a shot. He's going up over the top. Up. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's going to do it. Looked like, double coverage, but it looks like you maybe had a shot there. But that is it. Florida advances, beats Texas. They are headed to the semi-final. Okay, semi-final week. Let's look at the bracket. Who do we got? We got Michigan State, Pitt, Michigan, Florida. So we got a Michigan State final. Let's go look at the rosters and pick our game. Okay, so who's on Michigan State again? Jamal Brown, Terry McLaurin. Who's their quarterback? Justin Fields. That's a fun game. And we haven't watched Michigan State or Pittsburgh. And we just watched Florida and we've seen Michigan. So 100% we're going to watch Colt McCoy, Pittsburgh, Michigan State. Let's hop into that. Okay, so number 1. Oh my gosh. Michigan State's only an 82 overall. I think Texas is like a 94. That's kind of crazy, but Michigan State, chance to go to the Natty. They have a good offense. Good players, so we'll see. Pitt and Michigan State in the Orange Bowl. Okay, gonna jump ahead here. Let's go to the second quarter, and we got a scoreless first quarter. So both teams playing good defense, not a lot of offense here. Michigan State, Trey Harris moving the ball a little bit. Then a 14-yard rush by Kevin Jones. Ryan Khalil injured on the play. And we have a 3rd and 9. Let's see what Justin Fields can do here. Wearing the all whites. I like this jersey combo for the two teams. It's a good jersey matchup. Michigan State. Fields drops back, beats the blitz, but the Pitt defender is right there. That's Ronald Darby. Terry McLaurin with the catch, but locked down right there, and they are going to have to punt. Oh, they kicked the field goal. Sorry. So that is our first point. 1st and 10 here, Devin Thomas, and then incomplete for Colt McCoy. Let's see what Colt's got going on 3rd down, unless I just missed it. Yeah, okay, 3rd and 9. Here we go. Colt McCoy in shotgun, trips to the top of the screen, motion a guy across the formation. Looks like man coverage. Let's see. Oh, pressure. Colt goes down. That's a fumble. Oh my gosh, the O-lineman picks it up, but they're down. 4th and 30. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Colt McCoy tried to get out of the pocket, and the Michigan State D-line tracks him down. Unnecessary roughness against the defense. Oh my gosh, Pitt is falling apart a little bit here. 2nd and 10, pass knocked down. 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. Okay, so Pitt's going to get the football back. That's a touchback, so not horrible positioning, our field position for Pitt. 2nd and 8, 1st and 10, Fred Davis for 17. Antonio Brown, Colt McCoy to Antonio Brown for a big pickup, then Fred Davis for 12. Yeah, this Pitt offense, this has got some juice. 1st and 10, Devin Thomas for 8 yards. So we'll pick this up there at the 15-yard line. Colt McCoy has been slinging it on this drive. Antonio Brown, Fred Davis, right there, right over the middle. Devin Thomas, another guy who caught this one though. Injury timeout. Michigan State defender goes down. That's Fred Davis again. He's been feeding Fred Davis on this drive. We got bunched to the bottom of the screen. 4:39 left. Pitt trying to get their first points of the day. Colt McCoy. Time. Check down underneath. Gets into the end zone. And there it is. First touchdown of the day goes to the Pitt Panthers. Is that Antonio Brown? It is. So AB going off on that drive. This Pitt offense, they have some fire power. Okay, Michigan State, can they answer? Kevin Jones with the run. 15-yard reception. Scary Terry McLaurin from Justin Fields. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 5. Okay, let's see Fields again. Midfield, right at midfield here. Split back look. Fields in the shotgun. Gonna motion a guy over. Gonna fake the handoff. Fields gets downhill. He's a great runner. You know they want to use him, in that situation whenever possible. 3rd and 5. Easily picked up by Fields. Then we have a 10-yard reception for Scary Terry. 2-yard run. Big pass. 18 yards to Kevin Jones. We're gonna pick this up here. So 1st and goal from the 10 for Michigan State. Justin Fields in shotgun. Gonna fake the handoff. Gonna hold it there. Goes down. Okay, so -1 yards by Fields. Gonna keep it going. Oh, I wanted to watch that play. Yeah, let's jump to the next play. Here we go. So 2nd and goal, 2:30 left in the half. Empty look for Justin Fields. Drops back. He's got a little mesh concept. Drags underneath. Pitt misses the tackle. He spins into the end zone. And there it is. Michigan State. Trey Harris. Big touchdown there, and Michigan State answers right back. That is a huge answer. They go back up 10-7, but Pitt has a lot of time here. 2-yard rush for Amir Abdullah. Then Colt McCoy, 60-yard run by Colt McCoy. I didn't know he had those type of wheels. Colt McCoy, minute left for Michigan State. 50-yard run by Justin Fields, but they run out of time. Okay, these quarterbacks are going off. That is crazy. It was literally a 60-yard run, extra point, the kickoff, and then a 50-yard run. But I don't know how they waste all the time. But anyway, there it is. We are going to go to the 4th quarter now. Let's see. Jump to next quarter. Here we go. So 14-10, 17-10, 21-17. There we go. Okay, 21-17. Pitt has the lead. Okay, we got a 2nd and goal here. Okay, let's hop in. So 3rd and goal from the 2.5, 3 yard line. Colt McCoy in shotgun. Amir Abdullah beside him. Drops back, a little pump. He's going to take off. Is he going to get in? Oh, wow. Colt McCoy pulls up, finds the drag coming across the field. That might be Devin Thomas. But that is an amazing play by Colt McCoy. Flushed out of the pocket. No, Bastian Carr. That is an auto-gem player. Colt McCoy, I thought he was going to try to run into the end zone. Instead, hits a diving receiver. Huge play there by Colt, and he is playing well. Had a huge touchdown run earlier. Now they're up 11. A lot of pressure here for Justin Fields to answer. 3rd and inches. They pick it up. 2-yard run by Kevin Jones. We got rain now. Justin Fields sacked. Okay, this is a big play. Big play. Justin Fields has got to try to make a play here. Down 11, 7 minutes left. This Pitt offense is starting to play really well. You do not want to give them the ball back right here without scoring. Fields, flush from the pocket. He is going down, and it is not looking good for Michigan State here. Oh, they have Chad Johnson too, Ocho Cinco. Haven't noticed him at all. Fields is not. Oh, man. Oh, I think they went for it on 4th down. I thought they were going to punt. They end up going for it. And then the next play, Amir Abdullah for 37 yards. And that is going to do it. We're going to sim to the end of this one. Pitt, 41-17. 49-17. Pitt ends up blowing out Michigan State. And this team is ready to rock. They are 14-1 heading to the national championship. Just lay a beat down on Michigan State. 19 of 21 with 4 touchdowns for Colt McCoy in this one. Plus he had that huge rushing touchdown. Yeah, 53 yards rushing and 2 more on the ground. Colt McCoy went absolutely off in this one. Kind of spread the love. Carr had over 100, but was kind of throwing it to his main 3 weapons with AB, Devin Thomas, and Fred Davis. Michigan State, Chad had 63. Scary Terry had 60. Kevin Jones had 100. Justin Fields did not play very good. That was the biggest difference in the game. Colt McCoy played great. Justin Fields did not. So that is it. Pitt stamps their ticket to the Natty. Let's see who they're going to face. Okay, let's look at the bracket. So Pitt is going to play Michigan. So Michigan trying to go back to back. I'm going to look quickly at our companion app here. I just want to see at both rosters. Let's take a look. So Pitt versus Michigan. So Pitt, who do they have on defense? So they got Ronald Darby, Chris Snee at guard, Landon Collins, Deontay Banks. They have a good secondary. Darnell Wright, Marcus Stroud, Amir Abdullah, Whitney Merciless. Oh, and they had Devontae Smith and Sean Merriman. Imagine if they still had Devontae Smith and Sean Merriman. That's crazy. Then looking at Michigan, Billy Sims, one of the best players in the country this year. He's 1,700 yards. Oh. And then Kendall Fuller, Winky, AP. Like Adrian Peterson has barely played over the course of his career because they're loaded at running back. Pollock, Matt Jones, Harold Perkins, Malachi Starks, DeForest Buckner, Andrew Booth, Joe Alt, Jerry Hughes, Mark Bavaro. So that is the matchup. There it is. Let's go watch the national championship. Okay, so 94 Michigan versus 87 Pitt. I like this Pitt squad, though, and I didn't even bring it up. And Michigan's going back, trying to go back to back. So we have Nebraska tried to go back to back last year. Michigan knocks them off, and now Michigan's trying to go back to back, and they're playing the #1 team in the country, one-loss Pitt, who just put a beat down on Michigan's rival, Michigan State. So I like the storylines in this one. Let's get into it. Let's sim through the first quarter. 6-0. Oh my gosh, 13-0. Oh my gosh, 16-0. So I was just pumping up Pitt, and Michigan has the ball again. 19-0. Okay, Pitt. And then, Amir Abdullah rips off a big run. 2nd and 9. 1st and 10. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 5. Okay, let's watch this. I mean, they need a touchdown here. They need it. Kind of a bunch cluster look to the top of the screen. Colt McCoy in gun, directing traffic. motions a guy out, drops back, pressure in his face, checks it down. I think that's AB. AB gets a nice pickup there. I think I just saw Colt McCoy has like 26 yards passing right now. Not enough. Oh, and then the next play they get in. Okay, so Pitt really needed that. Amir Abdullah gets into the end zone. Michigan football, Billy Sims, 3rd and 11. Okay, so all of a sudden you kick this ball back off to Pitt. You know, they go down and score. It's a 5-point ball game. So this is a big play for Winky here. Drops back, fires that in. Every time, I think that's Mark Bavaro. Every time we watch him, he just won the Heisman. He's won a national championship leading Michigan. He's been debatably the best player in the sim. He goes for 27. The next one to Matt Jones. Incomplete. And we have 3rd and 8. Let's see if he can fire it in again. Okay, so kind of a dual tight end look here. Shotgun, Billy Sims beside him. Winky drops back, gonna take off, throws on the run, fires it in. Bavaro again. This Michigan team, man, going back to back right here. It does it, and then the next play, 14 yards. Okay, we got 2nd and goal from inside the 5. This might be Adrian. No, this is still Billy Sims. Let's see if Billy can punch it in for the Wolverines. Drops it down. Billy gets tackled just before. Okay, 3rd and goal, 19-7. Michigan just trying to put this one away. I mean, it won't be away, but they're trying to just extend their lead. Hand it off to Billy. Falls into the end zone, and Pitt just looks overmatched by this Michigan squad, trying to go back to back. My goodness. 26-7. If they are able to get the extra point. My cord is flying around here. Billy Sims gets into the end zone. Adrian Peterson and Billy Sims, they don't even use AP. Just Adrian Peterson is their backup, not even being used. Okay, I think we're just going to sim through this quarter unless Pitt gets something going here. 33-7. Okay, we're going to sim to the 4th. This might be a little anticlimactic with Michigan just 40. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Pitt blows the doors off of so blows the doors off of Michigan State, and then the next game Michigan does the same thing to them. 54-14. Michigan goes back to back national champs to end the sim. 54-14. Colt McCoy could get nothing going. Couldn't run the ball either. Michigan, on the other hand, Billy Sims goes for 173. AP goes for 50. Winky goes passing. We want to look at passing. It's not letting us look at passing. Mark Bavaro, 118. Matt Jones, 89. Winky, 297, a touchdown. So he didn't even play incredible, but 54 points for the Wolverines. Crazy. Okay, so that is going to be it. We'll quickly look at, we can look at, we already looked at All-Americans. We might have missed on looking at all the All-Americans. But we can hop over to our companion app, and we have a lot of stuff we can look at in here to kind of end this whole thing off. So Michigan wins the national title. They scored 59 points per game this year. Holy crap. What we can also do, though, is we can look not at just this season, but over the course of the whole sim. And now we can see who had the best record, and it was Michigan. 46-10. Arizona State, Utah, Ohio State, Boise State, Pitt were the next best records. So Michigan actually wasn't very good year one, but the last 3 years they are incredible, and they win 2 national championships. So they win 2. The other ones were Oklahoma and Nebraska. Okay, so actually we got to look here actually. So these were actually the best records. Nebraska fell out of the top 25 this year. That's why we didn't see their record. But yeah, so 2 natties for them, Oklahoma and Nebraska. The other ones, what else can we look at? We can look at this season, we can look at stats for players for this season first, and then we'll look at for career. So Donovan McNabb, 4,700 yards. Trevor Lawrence, Peyton Manning. Never got to see a lot of these guys play. 43 touchdowns. Led the way. Rushing yards. Winky was incredible. 34 passing touchdowns and 27 on the ground. That's insane. That is insane. He might have the best. I'm excited to look at the record book here in a second. Eddie George. Billy Sims led the way. And they had him at running back. This Michigan squad was just absolutely nasty, man. Receptions, receiving yards, receivers. We didn't really have any receivers. We had Michael Irvin at Stanford the first 2 years. I don't know if he was able to leave for the draft super early or something, but we never really had another receiver jump out at having an insane career. Tackles, Eric Kendricks, sacks, Chase Young, Dion Jordan, TFL's Chase Young. Oh, so Will Anderson still finished with 10.5 sacks, but last year was his big year. INTs, Cam Taylor-Britt, Derwin James, Ronald Darby. Now, let's look at career stats. For defense, this will be interesting. So, Roquan Smith, Ray Malaluga, Eric Kendricks, 3 top 4 tackles for loss. I'm assuming this is going to be Will Anderson for sacks. Chase Young. Okay, so I was underrating Chase Young. He had 4. Oh, so he was just, okay, yeah, he had 18. He had 14.5 his first year. So Chase Young was incredible. Most TFLs was Chase Young as well. Interceptions, Luke Kuechly. Wow. Surtain, Chris McAllister, forced fumbles. There we go. We can look at receivers. Most yards in the sim, Cooper Kupp, Quentin Johnson, Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdowns, Demaryius Thomas. Running backs, most yards, Rashard Mendenhall, Mike Rozier, Jonathan Taylor. Touchdowns, Ray Rice. Receiving yards, Chris Perry, Warwick Dunn. Receptions, Amir Abdullah. Quarterbacks, Tim Couch, 18,000 yards, Donovan McNabb, Sam Bradford, Peyton Manning. Touchdowns, Troy Smith, Dax Prescott. INTs, Ken Dorsey had a ton of picks. Rushing yards, Winky, 3,500 yards, plus 58 rushing touchdowns. Colt McCoy had a ton as well. What was Colt McCoy's speed? 86. Colt McCoy was like low-key fast. Winky, what was his speed? He had 54 speed, and he was somehow able to get, I don't know how that works. 54 speed, he had over 3,500 rushing yards. That's kind of out of my control. That seems a little crazy. So that's cool to look at the career stats, but the really cool thing is the record book. So now we can see nobody could catch Joe Burrow, but we had one guy each year come close, but no one could catch him. Winky this year wins the Heisman, wins the best quarterback, so he gets extra points for that. 27 rushing touchdowns, but even then still just falls short of Joe Burrow, Tim Tebow. So we had a lot of good QB years. But Winky might finish with the best career. We'll check on that after. Running back, Ricky Williams, 2 really good seasons, but none of our running back seasons really jumped out. Michael Irvin was the receiving years early. Okay, now let's look at best careers. So we have a ton. Now this is a little different because most quarterbacks don't stay and start for 4 straight years. So that's why, Tebow only started like 2.5 years at college or whatever, right? So that's where it gets a little out of whack here, but Winky finishes with the best college career ever, won a Heisman, first team All-American, best quarterback, had 2 national championships as well, which does help. National title, you get 2. So you got 400 extra points just for those 2 national titles. Tim Couch was right there, 18,000 passing yards. But, I don't think Couch ever won a Heisman. And so that's kind of the difference. Running back, Ricky Williams. That's real life Ricky Williams, not ours. Jonathan Taylor he finishes with the best, but really not that high. Then we have receivers. Corey Davis, still number 1. Then Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, Quentin Johnson. And same thing where these guys are going to start for 4 years. So kind of takes that, puts that out of whack a little bit. Okay, and then best teams. This Michigan team, I thought they seemed like pretty sick on paper. 59 points per game is a ton. But they end up as the 8th best of the teams that we have tracked. So there it is, guys. That is our fantasy draft. That's our first video of the year. Let me know if you want to see me do more fantasy drafts in the future. Also, let me know down in the comments if you guys want to have access to this fantasy draft tool and this tracker tool. This will actually work for you guys if I release the whole package up on my website. We have other stuff that I'm doing. I have full recruiting classes on there. I have resets where you can actually take a season and reset it to custom or past rosters. So that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That is it. King Reggie out.